Right, hopefully that's correct now. It's one of them days, Marie, I tell you. I've saved everything to the last minute and I quickly ran on here and thought, right, it's all set up, ready to go, and I did it wrong. Good evening, UK Coin Hunt. Good evening, David. Sorry about that. I didn't even realise what I'd done. I knew that I scheduled a thing to come up later, which I needed to delete, and when I went to delete it, it was still saying I was on my channel. So yeah, not quite with it. I want to delete it. Try and do it that way. See if we can get it right this time. No, that's not right. So no, I think I'm just going to give up and leave it there. It's not scheduled till 5 o'clock in the morning, so they can deal with it. Oh dear. It's been one of them days. Right, that's got to be turned off. So where was I? Yeah, I was just talking about Ian, wasn't I? So yeah, obviously, you know, it's come as a bit of a surprise to him. He's still going to try to get on a couple of times over the weekend if he can, with his new CJ, the guy that was on with Ian the other night. So he's going to try and get on with him if he can over the weekend, but it obviously it all depends how, you know, how things go with his dad. It's just it's Ian's dad is not well, mate, so Ian's taken even more of a backseat than what he had originally planned. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, I know. I think we're going to have to start timing people out if they use too many emojis, aren't we? This is it. This is what I said to him when he rang me this morning and told me, you know, family is more important than that. He seems to be still fairly active on the WhatsApp group. So he is still keeping in touch with everybody, you know, that way. And yeah, we've just got to play it by ear, really, and see what does happen now. But I say, I mean, it's not going to make a great deal of difference to us anyway, because he wasn't on my diary. I'd never schedule Ian to have any live time on YouTube anyway. So it doesn't really make any difference, you know, with regards to that. But he's going to try to get on at the weekend, and we'll just see how it is, you know. Good evening, Lorna. I was about to say, I apologise. I just assumed that you guys were already in there. I just didn't really. I don't really pay much attention to it, if I'm honest. You get so honest by the end of the night, you'll be sick of it. You'll get so many messages coming through, and I say most of it's just a load of rubbish anyway. So yeah, that's the sort of the biggest bit of news. That Ian's just going to take a bit more of a back seat. I did put a warning up, didn't I? I tend to just switch my phone on to silent, Marie, and then, you know, when I'm doing something not really interesting, I'll go scroll through and see if there's anything worth reading in there. He has been timed out. Well, at least that's what it says on my screen. Dragon Lord Steve Fraser was timed out by the Great British Coin Hunt for 300 seconds. Yeah, that's the main bit of news. And obviously, Ian will sort of try as much as possible and keep in touch with us. You know, give us updates when he can. But he has asked anybody that's got any problems, you know, whether it be an order or a query about something, then please don't message him. You know, for obvious reasons. He needs to keep his phone as, you know, close to him as he can. And obviously, if he's with his dad, he doesn't want his phone going off every 2 minutes. Where's my Gruffalo? Or, you know. So if you've got any queries, you can either come to me with it or email John. But don't contact all of us. But yeah, especially at the moment, just try and give Ian a bit of space and, you know, let him carry on with what is important. Charlene, good to see you. I am very cool. Although somebody should be telling that to my head, because my head's quite sweaty at the moment. So I was even tempted to open the door. Yeah, that's the main news. I don't know whether it has stopped yet, but at some point over the weekend, payments by bank transfer is going to be stopping on the website. It's just too much hassle for them, especially, you know, if somebody's using a voucher as an argument's sake and they're paying by bank transfer, so they're only paying the postage or whatever on, you know, so they're having to mess about with £1 or £1.50 or something. So that's going to be taken off. You pay with, you know, Visa card, debit card. That's how it's going to be. Yeah, just not bank-to-bank transfers. I'm sure most of you are aware it's caused lots of problems over the past with raffles, because obviously the raffle ticket doesn't show up as sold until the money has been paid. So if, for example, if you buy a raffle ticket tonight on bank-to-bank transfer, and that doesn't go through the system until Monday or Tuesday, you know, that ticket is still going to be available for other people to buy all over the weekend. And we have had instances in the past where that number that's been duplicated has then gone on and been drawn out. So effectively, you've got 2 or 3 winners of it. So it can just be a pain. So that's one of the reasons it's being stopped anyway. Freddie Beans, hello. See you guys later on getting some grub. Sue, good evening. I hope those decorations are going up. Bank, yeah, just say by card. Oh dear, I didn't get a hello back. Well, no, because I was talking about something, but you are now. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, I know what that is. Oh, get off. It pops up when I get an email. Do I remember you, Charlene? I certainly do, Charlene. Yeah, I certainly do. And so do the mods. Hey, Warren and the rest of the family. Good evening, Javid. How you doing, buddy? The only other well, this night there's still a few more. The other important news is I took the executive decision. People have been asking about the Christmas raffle, and with there only being 3 prizes, what happens if the same person gets drawn out for 2 prizes or even 3? The number simply gets put back in until we get 3 separate individual winners. So you can't win more than one. You know, it's just a fair way for everybody, isn't it? I spoke to Ian this morning about it, and he said, well, at some point, somebody's got to make an executive decision on it. So I said, well, there you go then, I have, and it's only one winner. So that's that as well. It's for, I don't know if Ian's put it on there now, but it's for Donna's Dream House or Donna's Dream Home, which cares for terminally ill children in Blackpool. I think maybe Steve Fraser's a bit upset now that I timed him out. But if he is still about, the whole idea of the Christmas tree raffle is that you send in a, no, he hasn't put it on there. Okay, so you send in a coin of any description. Oh, here he is. Wasn't allowed to by the nasty man. The whole idea of it is so that you send in a coin to Steve Fraser with a note, obviously, because otherwise he's just going to think he's got all these people being really generous to him, sending him coins. He's going to keep them all. Hopefully put some tabs onto the Christmas tree so you'll see how many prizes there are, that kind of stuff. It's probably too far to go back now. Yeah, and then there's 5 prizes. No, there's not. There's 3 prizes for 3 separate winners. Somebody did question about the £1 postage fee that you're going to get charged. So what Ian has done for that, Ian and the Great British Coin Hunt are donating 3 Peter Rabbits in change checker packaging, 3 sets of 5 commemorative crowns, 3 £5 coins, 3 sheets of uncirculated coins, 3 sheets of pennies, 3 sheets of 2p's, and 3 sheets of 50p's. So that's what Ian is donating. There's also been at least 4 silver proofs are going to be donated as well. So if you want to do something, then just send it into Steve. Or likewise, you can send it into Ian and Ian will forward it. Again, you can also buy it on there. Yeah, and a partridge in a pear tree. It feels like that sometimes. I've got no idea what that link is, Lou, that you've just shared. I'm guessing it is probably you putting the Gruffalos in and getting and getting soaking wet in the process. Yeah, you can buy a coin using your points or your vouchers from the Great British Coin Hunt and donate that. But so just obviously send, leave something in the description box to say that you want that donated. And likewise, you can buy something from dragonlordcoins.com and just message Steve and tell him that you want that to be donated. So that deals with the raffle. What else have we got? There was something else, I'm sure there was. I do like my yeah, I think I've just covered that. Yeah. Yeah, I do like wrong teasers. The raffle obviously is cash only because it's raising money for charity, so it's cash only. There's also another raffle up now that is cash only, and that's £250 worth of Paddington at St Paul's. I'll just lie, Marie, and I'll give you my address and say it's Steve's. So I get all these Maltesers. Yeah, there's £250 bag of Paddington at the Cathedral to win. They're £4.50 a ticket, and that is a cash-only raffle as well. All of the other raffles on there, you can use your points, your vouchers, everything on there. So what else is there? There's the T-shirts, obviously. Please just use your common sense. Please. As far as I'm aware, as far as I'm aware, on the men's sizes, there's men small, medium, large, XL, 2XL, and 3XL. On the women's sides, it's small, medium, and large. So just use a bit of common sense. You don't need to message Ian and say what size is the women's or what size is the men. You know, just use your common sense on that. But you can use your points and your vouchers on those as well. Obviously, if you want extra wording, obviously I can imagine most of you are going to want to get CJ Lighty on them. That's going to be the most popular one, I think. If you select any extra wording, obviously you put that in the description box. And you pay by special delivery. It's not special delivery at all. That just covers the extra fee for putting the numbers on or the words on it. So just do that. That's that. What else have we got? I'm sure there was something else. My head's going to pieces today. I don't know. It's Friday night, and it don't really matter. I've poured myself a nice large drink. So it don't really matter, does it? Hang on, I can't do them weird ones. I was agreeing with Warren. Everybody agrees with me, Lou. Murray. It's not that, was it? No, I think that must have been it then. Steve, I've got your name written down here for some reason. I've got no idea why. If it was important, I'm sure I'd have done it. So obviously the big news is that we didn't take as long at all. We absolutely smashed the Royal Mint. I'm sure Steve spoke about it already. But that is a heck of an achievement. I think I woke up about 4 o'clock this morning and I noticed it on the stream then. But obviously I didn't say anything. So that's a heck of an achievement. So that's why I've poured a nice drink tonight. And you should all be doing the same. A big thank you to everybody that's done it. The next big milestone now, obviously it's the 5K. And with that, the gold proof auction. But after this, after this 5K auction for the gold proof, the next target, I think it was 9.41. That's the next one we've got to aim at, and that is Change Checker. Once we've done Change Checker, then you know that will firmly put us as #1 channel in the country. Although I disagree, I think we already are there. There's so many things that we do that nobody else does. You know, we're even telling you which coins they're going to be producing before they're releasing it. So I think there's every right, you know, to claim the #1 channel, the channel that everybody should be certainly joining. But yeah, it's a heck of an achievement to be overtaking them. Certainly so fast when you take into account, where are we now? 2 weeks into November, the channel realistically only started going to coins properly at the start of September. So sort of, you know, have achieved that feat in like 3 months. It's a hell of an achievement. And it's all very well, you know, everybody saying, you know, so the CJs and the mods and everybody else, well done, you've done a fantastic job. It's not. It's all the people that tune in every day to watch it. Because if it weren't for people that tune in every day, you know, we wouldn't have anybody. You know, we wouldn't have all these subs. We wouldn't be growing to the extent that we are growing. So it's all the viewers that need a special thank you for that. In my opinion, anyway. And obviously Ian, because he comes out with all these crazy ideas of what he's going to do next. So yeah, it is nice getting some nice emails and that saying you're doing a great job and all this kind of stuff. But it really is down to everybody that tunes in every day, everybody that likes the streams, that shares the streams. You know, it's all of them people that are doing it. Because otherwise we'd be sitting here talking to one or two people, and that's not the case. That just reminded me, the 4K giveaway video that is up. Please share that as much as you can. I'm not going to tell you when because I haven't decided myself yet. Originally, Ian was going to be doing uploading a video of him giving that away, and obviously with everything that's happened, he's not going to do that. So I'm going to draw that at some point over the weekend. So I haven't decided when yet. It will be live on camera. So I'm not even going to tell you what hours I'm working over the weekend, so you'll have to tune in and just see who's on. But I haven't decided myself when it'll be yet. It will just be some point over the weekend. So if you haven't already watched that and get your comments on there, but also share it as well. Let's get as many people as we can, you know, in with a chance of winning it. That's the idea of that. And what is it? It's a £400 mystery prize, mystery parcel from the website. So it's likely to include everything: circulated coins, uncirculated coins, prints, you know, you name it. It will include a bit of everything in it, I would imagine. And if it's anything that Ian normally goes by with his pricing, although it says £400, it's likely to end up more than likely over 500. I know one of the prizes I won on the raffle, I think it was a £30 value, and when it come through with the price sheet and everything, it was over 70 quid. So yeah, it's certainly worth winning. Oh, excuse me. Oh. So if you haven't already shared it, then please share it as well, because we do appreciate that. I think that is it with the news and the updates. Oh, investments. Obviously, the investments are going to be coming off the website at any point now. No reason at all for that, other than this time of year is generally quite busy. So I don't think my postman came today. Sorry, somebody sent me a parcel and I didn't. So yeah, I've totally forgotten where I was now. I don't know. Totally lost now. He'll do it at 2 AM when he's playing in the USA. Yeah, I suppose that is an option. Chris has just listed the listing. I don't know what it's at. For the ephemera, that's for the very first Gruffalo that was. No, I haven't had anything today. Matt just asked me, he sent me a parcel. I don't even think the postman turned up today, because I've been sat here pretty much all day, and I say literally the post boxes are there, so I can generally hear the flap going, and I didn't hear anything today, so No, I don't even think he came today. Yeah, tell me about it. British coin collection runs. Good evening. Good evening, silly as I want to be. Good to see you again. So yeah, the ephemera listing. I don't know if it is. It was about 11 or 11.50, I think it was up to. It hasn't got long left to list on that. Couple of days, is it? If that, yeah, £11.50 with 2 days left on that. That's the very first 50. So, I bet I haven't got mine handy. When you see a certificate of authenticity, although you're getting that with this ephemera, this certificate of authenticity is different to the ones that you will have if you've got it with your Gruffalo or any of your other coins. It's the new design, COA, but it's also specifically states that it's the first 50 Gruffalos that were put into circulation. So whereas the others are all just done on one template, this one is a special one done purely for that one. So what I think, I forgot what I said, there's left on it. Yeah, say 3 days, 2 days, 21 hours, and it's up to 11.50 at the moment. So I'm sure if all of the CJs start to push that, we can get a little bit more for that. Could I answer your question? If I saw your question, I'd answer it. Well, I haven't seen a question from you, so I'm assuming you haven't actually asked it yet. Yeah, I can't see any questions from you. If I have missed it, I apologise. But if you want to ask a question, by all means, go away. Go away, go for it, I mean. Sorry. No, I didn't see any, but never mind. No, there isn't a question from you, Cash King. If you ask a question, then we'll do our best to answer it, but there isn't a question there from you at the moment. As far as the raffle goes, the raffle winners that have been listed on the site, your prizes were all being sent out this week or today. Any of the raffles, wait. Yes, I am waiting. We're waiting quite a while. Any of the raffles that sell out during my stream, I will live draw them as I normally do. Yeah, you can ask a question by all means. I don't know. I'm getting really confused with all of that now, so I'm just going to leave it. If he asks a question, then we'll try and answer it. Otherwise, crack on. Well, what do you want me to say? Do you know what I mean? What else is there to say? I don't know. I've totally lost my train of thought now. Really lost it now. God, come on, Warren. What was it? No, I've totally lost my train of thought now. So yeah, I mean, the two biggest ones that you need to know about, obviously, are, unless it is really, 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 really important, just don't bother getting in touch with Ian. I can answer that question for you, Cash King. Louise is, I think she's getting a cold. She's just been to the shop and got incredibly wet. So there you go. I answered that question for you. But you didn't put a question mark after that one. So yeah, Ian's got things going on in his personal life with his dad not being well. So he's just requesting, don't contact him unless it's really, really necessary. you can always contact me, and if I can't find you an answer for it, then by all means contact John, or I'll pass it on to John for you. So that's not a problem, and we'll get it sorted. UK coins forever. How's things? Things could not be better, mate. Absolutely could not be better. Sub count is going up and up and up. We've just overtaken the Royal Mint, and as the title suggests, we're now hunting down Change Checker. Chris Dyer reckons that we'll have Change Checker by Christmas. I think that might just be pushing it a little bit too much. But I think certainly by the end of January we will. We'll have smashed them as well. So yeah, things really couldn't be better at the moment. Hi again, Butch. Thank you for your help with Steve. Great to hear you're not going bad. They send it up to 147 sub. Yeah, and this is it. It's what you've got to keep doing. Every time you come in, you don't have to go and ask people to sub you. Just as soon as you come into the chat, you see everybody chatting. If it's not a name you don't recognise, click on their link, go and sub them, and I'd say the majority of the time the people will give you a sub back. So go and do that. Chris has spoken to his mate Santa, and he said he'll see what he can do for us. Obviously, it depends how much he's cracking the whip on those little elves that are helping him out. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? I've said it many a times that we're the fastest growing channel of this sort. I've got the American guys in there as well tonight, and it's just going from strength to strength, everything that we're doing, it's just going bigger and bigger. Time out for Butch and his emoji. No, it's nothing wrong. Get in the Christmas spirit. I keep telling everybody too. I'll show you a picture actually, Marie, that I was sent last night. Oh, God, no. I bet I've deleted it now. Oh, I have as well. Somebody sent me a picture, or they were on FaceTime the other day, and they've already got their Christmas decorations up. Then she sent me a picture last night, and she's put up the old, illuminated reindeer in our windows. Ah, Christmas tree raffle. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know now, because we've said we were talking about that anyway. Royal Mail sent a hitman to try and take out our American friends a step too far. Royal Mail, Royal Mint even. That's it. It is. It'll soon be Christmas, Marie. Before you know it, it's going to be Christmas. And then next time, you're not going to let me live that down, Steve, are you? Then next time, Christmas has come and gone, and then it'll be everybody at the Royal Mint. So, yeah, it's going to be a brilliant time. I think it is, anyway. I might even put my lights up tomorrow. I timed out Steve for using too many emojis, and he's got upset by it because I let everybody else use their emojis. Yes, that was quite amusing. So yeah, I was talking about raffles. Well, I think we've gone over the Christmas raffle already. What it is. I did actually have a phone call this morning. I won't say who it was from. Yeah, £11.50. That's not bad going. But I'm sure if we keep pushing it, we can get a bit more for that. I had a phone call this morning from somebody, say this morning, it was about 11 o'clock. asking me about some of the raffles and that kind of thing. If there's anything you don't understand, I say, rather than hassling Ian and all them back at the office, on my videos, there's all my contact details on there. So you're welcome to, as long as it ain't too early, because I'll still be in bed. But you're welcome to contact me with any queries that you might have. So, yeah, going on to, you're as bad, Marie, look, telling him to snitch on Hannah. So other raffles, I noticed there's more that have gone up. Unfortunately, that one still seems to be lurking around. There's £600 on Prince. But the Frankenstein, 175, only 30 tickets available. And all of these you can use your points on. Wedgwood, 175. For me, that's one of my favourite all-time coins, the Wedgwood. With all the packaging and everything that it comes in, I think it's a brilliant coin. Definitely one of my favourites. Without a doubt, my favourite £2 coin. But yeah, that's 175 a ticket. So these shouldn't really hang around long because they've only got 30 tickets on them. The RAF Lightning, 175. Sea King Helicopter, £2, 175 a ticket. Still got the Suffragettes, 50 of the Suffragettes, 50p's, £3 a ticket. The full set, so it's 5 coins, including COAs, packaging, etc. Individually stamped with T, G, B, C, and H. And that's the full set, £3 a ticket. Peter Rabbit, Royal Mint package, Peter Rabbit, 175 a ticket. Only 30 of those available. Gruffalo Royal Mint package, 175. Gruffalo packaging in COA, 175. 50 1973 clasped hands tickets. They're only £3 a ticket. And this one is really quite a steal, really. So this is 25 sealed bags. So it's £250 sealed bags of Paddington at the Cathedral, and they're £4.50 a ticket, and 100 tickets available on them. But that's 450 quid if you took that straight to the bank and cashed it in for a £4.50 raffle ticket. So that's a heck of a deal, that. And obviously postage and everything is included in that. I think it was about 25 quid in postage. Or you could just sit on a few of those, you know, sit on 50 quid's worth of those, cash in the other 200 quid, you know, and you've spent £4.50. That one and the Christmas tree raffle, cash only prizes, nothing else. Oh, Steve, you are pushing your luck now. I'm going to ring you. Yeah, it wouldn't matter because my phone's on silent then. So you can ring me at whatever time in the morning you want. My phone's on silent. I'm not daft. The minute I come off here, my phone goes on to silent. Well, it's on silent now, actually. Yeah, now, Marie. Loopy Loo, speak later at 2. What are those things meant to be? I've got no idea. I don't want to say. Are they eyes? I don't know. Something about a certificate. Don't know what you mean by that. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, even though we've already hit the target that we were looking for, which was the 4K, please still share it as well. It's proven that, you know, the more shares we get, the more certificate on eBay. Yeah, I'll get back to that one then. I digressed, I guess. I forgot what I was going now. Yeah, the shares. It's proven that by sharing the streams, it does you know, get us extra subscribers. So please also, it doesn't matter if it's this video or any of the other ones that you're watching, you go back and watch them. I wouldn't have thought skateboard, but yeah, certainly eyes. Please like them and share them. It pleases the YouTube people, and it gets us more viewers, more subs, which means we can then do better giveaways. So the more times you're doing that, the better it is for everybody. Thank you, Steve. I shared yours both. I think I did it to Twitter. I think I did. I can't remember. I think I did it when you first came on live. Yes, the certificate of authenticity on the eBay one is one that's been specially made purely for that listing, because obviously that was for the very first 50 Gravelos that went into circulation. So it does, if you actually look on the eBay listing, it does actually say on, you know, you can see it on the COA that it is slightly different and says the first 50 on it. So yeah, that should all be good. So I'm just trying to catch up on some of this. I'm bombarded in emails and I don't want to read any of them. I don't think she's here, so I can say it. Anytime that Chippy Doodle Coins comes in, say a thank you to her for the raffle, because it was all her idea. Yeah, it got sort of messed about with a little bit, but it was all her idea. Where else can I go? CJs. We are still looking for more CJs. The diary is incredibly flexible, especially during the day. It's a bit more structured in the evenings, but even so, it's still, you know, reasonably flexible. So if you have got your own coin channel or you're just starting, all you need to do is be a member of the Great British Coin Hunt. You'll get all the support of the mods and, you know, whoever else you want there to help you out on the day. And you also get paid for it. So £10 in reward points for every hour that you stream for. You don't have to be like us or the Americans. They put us to shame, you know, with 14-hour streams and that kind of stuff. If you just want to do it for an hour, then by all means do an hour stream. But yeah, so if you would like to do that, then get in touch with one of us and we'll get back to you and sort something out. But yeah, pretty much any time really that you want. We've only got one or two that are sort of stuck in their ways with their times. So other than that, you know, if you want to do it, by all means, let us know. Especially if you're female, we need some more female jockeys. We've only got Hannah and the Brain. I think that's the only two that we've got. So yeah, we're definitely looking for more, because then it means I don't have to come on here so much, because I'm sure you all get as bored as I do. So yeah, so if you can, you know, if you want to do that, by all means. I'm still messing about with the StreamYards. I don't know if it shows up. Apparently I scheduled a stream to go on StreamYard earlier on, which I didn't mean to do. I meant to go live on it. So yeah, once I get that up and running and I'm comfortable with that, then we'll be able to have 2 and 3, 4 people on the screen, the same as the American guys do. So yeah, just keeping, you know, maybe you'd rather stream that way, with somebody else there to help you, you know, because it can be quite a scary thing to do. But once you've done it once, I guarantee you'll definitely be coming back for more. It is quite addictive. although I would like to take a bit of a back seat on it. I'm having to spread myself quite thinly at the moment. So, yeah, anybody that would like to do it, please just get in touch with one of us. Ideally, get in touch with me if you can, because it's me that sets all the diary up and sets up people's times and everything like that. Yes, unfortunately, Celine, for the second time, I do remember you. It's getting to be a bit repetitive now. And right on cue, Chris. Well done. So where are we now? Susie, good evening, Susie. Good to see you. Ooh, brain power. Woohoo, Louise. I don't know what we're all woohooing for. It was good last night, Cherie Ward, Fulton Bitch. Yes, thank you, Marie. Warren, I think Polly is going to pair with you and give it a go. Do you know what? I really keep having a go at her, actually, because she keeps coming onto the live streams and saying, yeah, I'll pair up with Warren. I'll go around and do it for him. And then when I message her, she never gets back to me about it. She'll talk to me all day long about anything and everything, but as soon as I mention a live stream, then she stops. So, yeah, I'm trying to talk her around into it, and I'm sure she will. She'll be all right. She'll be a good laugh, and I'm sure it won't be long before she'll just be doing them on her own anyway. Well, they won't be on their own, though, and Polly. It'll be her and her dogs. So yeah, that'll be a treat for everybody. Where are we? Chris, yeah, Chris, you beat me to it. So, woohoo for StreamYards. Yeah, I'll say I'll have a bit more of a mess about with it tomorrow. I haven't got so much live tomorrow, so I can have a lot more time to just mess around with it. But it is, relatively straightforward. And once I've done that, then that was the aim tonight. I wanted to come on StreamYards tonight. And stream live, but I totally messed it up. Somehow I scheduled it rather than going live. Chris has been sitting there with his finger paws waiting for her. She seemed up for it yesterday when she was talking to me. Okay, I'll remember that and I'll send her a message when I finish on here tonight. But she's a good girl and she will. Everybody will like her. So yeah, that's not a problem. Where are we? Susie, great job on the video. Oh, I haven't seen Susie's video yet, so that's a few I've got to catch up on then. Although I did, I did notice I only actually subbed you this morning. I think it was Susie. I thought I'd been following you for a while, but obviously I wasn't. Yeah, don't forget Louise's video. I haven't seen any of these yet. I know they all go into the volunteers WhatsApp group, but there's just so many messages that go off in there a day. I just can't even keep up with it in there. And it was meant to be just for that purpose of the volunteers, but now there's all sorts of stuff getting put up in there. So yeah, I don't really read any of them, but just don't tell Ian that I said that, because obviously I'm meant to read them all. But yeah, there's loads and loads of videos going out now of people putting them into circulation. If you come on here and say that you've done it and you've put the video up on your channel, then we will get in there and share them as well. I'm not sure why you keep sharing this, John. That's about the 5th time we've seen that. Yeah, so just pop it up on here that you've put your video up, and one of the mods will go onto your channel and share the link. it'll help your station. It helps us get the promotional thing out there. See, I'm going to get told off for this because I haven't read up on this properly. There was something Ian said yesterday about if you haven't got any content on your channel, you'd like some. If you WhatsApp Ian, although that's probably changed now, then he will give you content to put up for him. It'll help you out in the respect that you get more subs and everything for you until you feel confident enough to start posting your own stuff. So it will help you. You need to get 1,000 subs before you can monetize your channel. So it will help you getting towards that. It'll give you content on there until you're confident enough to post your own stuff. You know, so there's loads and loads of stuff that Ian can give you to go on there, from a short sort of, you know, 30-second thing to something that's a couple of minutes long. So the best way to do that is if you email me at the moment, obviously with everything that's going on with Ian, if you leave that and email it to me, and then I can sort that out. I'm still in regular contact with Ian, sort of speaking every other day or something. So anything like that, I can update him on as and when. Obviously, it's not important, so just lay off Ian for the moment, you know, and let him have a bit of space. You know, everything else there. There's Susie's video. Good old Louise, she's on the ball. JD Slots and Gambling videos. Good evening, mate. Good to see you. So yeah, that's really about it as far as everything is concerned. So the two big ones, obviously, are avoid contacting Ian wherever possible because of his dad's taking a turn for the worse. And doesn't look like he's going to last much longer. So obviously Ian wants to spend as much time as possible with him. Having said that, he will try to get on over the weekend. So yeah, that's the biggest one. And then obviously the bank-to-bank transfers. I don't know if they've stopped yet. I don't know if anybody's tried that yet. But that will be stopping some point over this weekend. I know what it was. It was investments. That's what I was talking about when I forgot. Investments. So they will be coming off the site anywhere now. As I say, no reason for it other than it's a busy period of time. And it's just easier to take them off and then pop them back on later on in the new year. So if you're still looking at getting an investment, then pop over there and grab it now before they're gone. This bit is a bit, I suppose, a bit amusing, really. I don't know what it is. Something along the lines of financial fair trading or something. Somebody has reported the Great British Coin Hunt to financial fair trading or financial trading standards or something. I don't know, something along them lines. Yeah, reported the Great British Coin Hunt to them. So now we have to tell you that the investments can go down as well as up. So yes, they looked at everything, and that was the only thing that they found that we weren't doing correctly. So now, as much as we tell you that it's 50% return over 2 years, we also have to tell you your investment could go down. So bear that in mind if you're going to purchase any investments. I think that's not bad going, to be honest, if they've pulled the everything apart and that's the only thing they found that was a problem. I think that's doing quite well. So crack on. I have to report to something else now. But I've got a feeling I had somebody come on the chat. It was actually I think it was non-com's chat the other morning, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit after that. And basically trying to insinuate that the Great British Corn Hunt was a fraud, and all of this kind of stuff. And they gave us the name of the council that oversee coin resellers in this country. And he was trying to insinuate that because the Great British Coin Hunt weren't a part of this council, they couldn't be trusted. So I thought, yeah, go on then, we'll play along with it. So I just Googled this council, had a look at them. They've actually only got about 20 members, which I found quite amusing. They've only got about 20 members on there. I then just Googled coin sellers in the UK, and I was listing in all of these ones that are, come up first when you do that. So all the big companies, like Charge and places like that. And every time I put one of these questions to him, he was coming back with some other excuse about why they didn't have to be a member of the council. And in the end, Silly had enough and Silly blocked him. But yeah, it was quite amusing. So it wouldn't, it wouldn't surprise me if it was one of these sort of people that are doing it. You get them from time to time that think they're being really clever and really upsetting everybody. Whereas I was actually sat here laughing like mad. Somebody thinking that, they've come on and really upset you. And in fact, they've actually made themselves look really stupid. Because even if you looked on, I can't remember what the council was, but if you looked at the listed people that were on there, none of them were sort of recognisable names. There were none of the big names on there. So yeah, it was quite funny. So yeah, but the upshot of that is that now, if ever we mention investments, we have to say that it can go down as well as going up. So I think that'll probably be worded differently on the website when it comes back in the new year. But yeah, it will be coming off very, very soon. So if you want to make an investment or you want to buy it, I think it's £50 is the minimum you can get. And obvious reasons, that's cash only. No points or vouchers on that. I suppose that can lead us on there then to the points and vouchers. I have so many people say to me, where can I find my points? Where can I find how many points I've got? It's the same. It doesn't matter what device you're using. It's always in the bottom of the screen. So if it's a mobile, as soon as you start to scroll down, a little black box, or I don't know what colour, will pop up and say earn rewards. It's always on, the same on tablets, the same on a desktop. It says earn rewards. If you click on that, that will tell you how many points you have got, how you can earn points. If you click on earn points, there's a ton of different ways that you can earn points. From putting your birthday in, you'll get a tenner's worth of points on your birthday. Refer a friend to open an account. I think when they spend £25 or more, you'll get a tenner's worth of points. Then you get loads of silly little ones. Visit our Facebook page, 15 coins. Share a page, 10 points. And I think somebody went through and worked it all out that you can claim these every 4 days. And there's about 25 quid's worth of vouchers in there that you can claim every 4 days. So it's well worth doing. It's, easy money. And then just convert the voucher and buy what you want with it. It does help everybody if you're doing that. Sorry, I just had an email come through. No, that's all right. I thought it was going to be something worthwhile, but it's not, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so there's all different, you know, earn your points, use your vouchers, free money. Well, I don't know now. Kind of getting stuck. And you lot ain't much help either. It's really quiet in here tonight. You should all be buzzing. You've just gone past the Royal Mint's sub count. Everybody should be buzzing, but it's so quiet in here. I can't believe how bright you all are. Unless I've just frozen. There was, by all accounts, there was a bit of an issue. I believe it was about 2 o'clock this morning. That's all you're seeing. I can't get any more. There was a bit of an issue apparently on the American stream, apparently about 2 o'clock this morning. I'm not too sure. On Steve's stream as well. What happened on Steve's stream? I don't know what happened on Steve's. But yeah, about 2 o'clock this morning, apparently there was some sort of an incident on the channel. I don't know too much about it because quiet on Steve's channel. Sorry, I thought you meant there was another incident on there. I don't know too much about it. I've been told, it was just a prank. Oh, that's not all right then. I'll say I've been told from 2 different people. It was 2 different stories. I've been told from them both. So, you know, it's not a problem then. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. Somebody had hijacked Silly's account. I won't say what happened, but yeah. Yeah, obviously, you know, when something like that, we had something similar when we first started doing the 12-hour streams. No, it's all right, mate. Honestly, if it's all sorted and that, it's fine. It's not a problem. So I just didn't know. Obviously, I think Ian assumed that I was watching you guys all night. When he rang me this morning, he said, I take it you've got a lot to deal with all this then. And I was, well, I don't know what you're even talking about, Ian. But no, if it's all right, as long as you guys are happy with it, that's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's it. As long as you guys are happy that it's sorted out, that's all that matters. But we had something similar when we first started going 12 to 12. We actually had somebody clone my account, I think it was, and the Great British Coin Hunts account as well. Yeah, so you get it from time to time. But yeah, it was all sorted. And as long as you guys are happy with it, then I'm happy with it. Yeah, doesn't matter, does it? All sorted, that's all that matters. Oh God, I'm totally lost now. All right, come on, somebody come and talk, because I'm really confused and don't know what to talk to you about. What have you got on tonight? Right, you got me until 9 o'clock. Then from 9, is it 9 till 11 tonight? Yeah, 9 till 11, My Family Collects, and 11 till 12, Coins and More. So that Matt will be on there, 11 till 12. My Family Collects, not Connects, are also going to be streaming live to Facebook at the same time. Obviously, the Great British Coin Hunts Facebook page has got something like 17,000 followers. So it's going out to a much bigger audience. So that's something Ian wants to try and utilise going forward. So we can stream to both here and Facebook at the same time. It's all right if you've got enough people. So you've got somebody that can watch both chats, but it can get a bit confusing when you're doing auctions or giveaways because you've got to be watching both screens. But yeah, my family are I imagine they'll just be doing another coin hunt and possibly showing off some more of his proof year sets. We can talk about T1 and T2. Yeah, but Susie can't handle that though, silly. She can't handle T1 and T2 together, and we don't want to upset Susie. There was something else I was just going to talk about then, and I've totally forgotten it now. Totally forgotten. Absolutely forgotten. We are 24 hours, virtually 7 days a week now. Obviously, you know, from midnight we hand over to the Americans, although I think Sunday we're going to be handing over a little bit earlier. Yeah. So you've got virtually 24 hours, 7 days a week now. So, you know, if you're having trouble sleeping or you're a night owl, or if there's a lot of the ladies do your mount at Witch's Voice, then tune in after midnight for them. But be warned, it is an adult content on there in respect, you know, nobody's naked and doing stupid things, but there will be adult language from time to time on there, although they have toned it down. But just be aware of that. If you're offended by anything like that, then just simply don't tune in. I was saying it the other day, funny enough, that actually, yeah, that's just reminded me on a message I've got to send to someone. I'm sure if you watch all of our CJs, there are CJs on here that you don't like or you'd rather not watch. So it's no different, you know, if it's done the other way. You know, if you're easily offended, don't watch them. But again, it's no different. You turn on the UK channel, TV channel, you're going to hear bad language on there at that time of night. Sorry, I've just remembered about something that I had to send. But they've been a cracking addition to the site, I think, and so does Ian. They're certainly pulling in the extra viewers, certainly pulling in extra subs as well. So, but I've said it to everybody, if you do go over there and have an opinion of them, don't form that opinion by just sitting there and watching. Actually join in on the chat. You know, ask them questions, interact with them. They're not going to rip your head off, and they're more than happy to sit there and discuss anything with you. They'll explain everything to you. You know, we all love our American family. Exactly, we do. So I am texting about us. So it's not so bad. Oh. I don't know who that is. Great bunch of people they are. And it is, you know, it's as much a learning curve for them as it is for us as well, you know. most of them haven't got a clue some of the expressions we use. You know, haven't got a clue about our currency and all that. So it's as much a learning curve for them. So if you've got any questions for them, fire them away. You know, the more the better. Only because I've just seen he's typing a message, so I will mention him. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear Lou, but that was exactly what I thought. Mick is the guy who does all the newsletters, all this kind of thing. So when you get emails dropping in from the Great British Coin Hunt, it's Mick that's doing all them. He does. I think personally, he does a fantastic job. He is, you know, a writer by trade, I suppose you'd call it. I don't know, but he is a writer, and he does every sort of subject on there, from on the Great British Coin Hunt, from interviewing with, I bet you do, from interviews with CJs, you know, right the way through to reviewing coins. He's not certainly not scared to. Certainly not afraid to have a pop at the mint or the change checker or anybody like that. You know, he says it is as it is. And like so many of us, he has gone through an awful lot in his life. He shared his story, and, you know, he is a nice guy. It's just been dealt some pretty crap hands, but he's now trying to make the most of it. Please show him a bit of support. If you read one of his stories, drop a comment on it or a like on it. You know, it takes no time at all just to hit a button on the computer and hit a like. If he can see that he's getting the interaction with him, the lift that gives him, you know, you couldn't pay for that. Yeah, I've had emails from him this past week saying, well, since you've been talking about my blogs, you know, the figures are going through the roof. And he's so made up about it. I'm sure, I don't know if I can get it on here. I will try it for you, silly. But he does. He writes, you know, he does really write some fantastic stories. Oh, okay. So Polly's secretly watching us then, is she? Yeah, it's gone quiet when we were talking about her being a coin jockey, though. It's all right, I know, because it says that she shared a link. Okay, so that's a link to his blog on Facebook. But it also, there should be a page on the website as well. But I think that one's too long for me to post. Yeah, I know. I believe that he was hoping. I don't know whether it's been done, but he was hoping to do an interview with Non-Con and the Brain today, but I don't know whether that actually happened. Yeah, no, I can't get the link for it. But yeah, you know, just show your appreciation for him. Oh, well done, Chris. Thank you. You know, just show your appreciation. Just leave a comment, or, you know, even if it's on Facebook and you're just leaving a like on there. Because trust me, it means the absolute world to me when he sees that. And I say, you know, at the end of the day, he is one of us now. And he puts in a lot of work. If you've got any news that you want to share with him, by all means contact him, and he, you know, if he feels it's worthy, he'll do the story. I think sort of the weekly thing that he's doing at the moment is an interview with each CJ. So he did himself the first week, and he's done me. I'm not sure who's up next. But yeah, it seems like it's going to become a regular thing on there. Something that Ian was talking to me about very briefly, obviously, none of this has been agreed on yet, or exactly how we would work it. But Mick does the newsletters that are sent to your emails. I think it's on a weekly basis. You get an email. And Ian's thinking of doing a subscriber of the week type feature. So each week, I don't know whether we do it via a poll or how we will do it. But once a week, there'll be features in there about the some of the subscribers. Obviously, if you want to, if it's not something you want to do, then that's fine as well. So yeah, he's just sort of throwing that idea at me at the moment and said to me, run with it and see what you come up with. Or as Ian says, suck it and see what you come up with. And then get that going as well. So if anybody's got any ideas on how we can do a subscriber of the week, let us know, and we'll see what we can do with that. I'm not sure yet. I haven't got any ideas at all. So any that anybody else can come up with would really help me out. And likewise, any other ideas, for anything at all, any ideas that you've got, whether it be raffles, auctions, any ideas that you've got, if you'd like to see a certain feature added each month or each week, that would be a good idea. Again, just contact one of us and let us know. I know Ian, creative writer, that was meant to be a sort of a CJ naive, and that was meant to be sort of a beginner's introduction into coin hunting. But speaking to Ian this morning, obviously with everything that's going on with Ian, he's not sure whether he'll get on this weekend to do that. But he's also not too sure if the creative writing teacher wants to come back and do it again. So if that's something, that you'd like to see, I don't know, maybe features on new designs of, new coins that are being released that week, or, if there's any ideas that you've got, let us know. Angela will tell you that we do listen. To my knowledge, we haven't had any ideas put forward where we've just immediately said no to. So yeah, any ideas you've got, contact one of us. I would show some love, showing support for each other as part of our coin community. It certainly is. Sue, good evening. You shouldn't be here though, Sue. You should be putting up the decorations. Susie's still there. Silly's still here. So come on, somebody talk. I've rattled on now for an hour and a half. Polly, if you're listening, why haven't you messaged me about doing a CJ spot? What else have we got? Lou, you need to tell me a day that you're going to be free to do one as well. I'm going to start coming down harder on you now. You keep all saying, yeah, we're going to do it. I'm going to come down and want dates now. The more of us we've got doing it, the better. It gives me some time off as well. Emily, get the decks up, get the Christmas tree up, get the lot out now and put them all up. Get the Christmas tunes on the CD player. Get it all going now. Don't listen to Lou. She's talking out of her there. Go and put all the decorations up now, all the lights, everything. 48 degrees Fahrenheit, tropical Montana. So you made a 5-minute debut yesterday night. Awesome. Okay, I've got no idea who that is, but there you go. We know what Lou's going to be doing for the rest of the night. Go and get your Christmas songs on. Why don't all CJs wear Santa suits when they're on their streams? I know we were trying to talk Steve Fraser into doing that. I'm not sure if all of them would be up for that. Maybe a bit closer. That's why I ordered my T-shirt, because I think we should all have the matching T-shirts on. Scott, you're not in a position to say any yes or no. You you were in so much pain yesterday that Sue could have just put anything on you and you wouldn't have been able to defend yourself. Don't think I'd suit a Santa suit. Well, maybe an elf suit then. Exactly, it's Christmas now. All the town centres are having their Christmas lights put up. Lady Santa there. Even here, we've got a big park just round the corner, and they have ice skating and everything in there over the Christmas holidays, and that's all being set up now. All CJs with first names beginning with the letter S. Scott, I think you'd look adorable as a Santa. Yeah, I agree. I think he would. It is Christmas, Lorna. Now we've got all the bonfire and all that out of the way, it's now Christmas. No, it is Christmas now. You go and look at any of the town centres, they're all putting the Christmas lights up. So it is Christmas. %. When your local shopping centre says, oh, we're staying open late on Thursday, they're putting their lights on tomorrow. So when they're doing all this and they have, I don't know, God, who is it? H from Steps that's going to turn up and put the lights on. You know, you're not all moaning then, are you? Good. Billy Joe wants the Christmas tree up. Don't just want the Christmas tree up, Billy Joe. You've got to go and get the Christmas tree. Drag it all in the front room with all the decorations. Then she's got to do it. Manchester have their Christmas markets on now. They're good markets as well, if I remember, Sue, when I was up there. But that is quite a few years ago now, but they were good markets as well. Not till the 1st of December or when you put your tree up. No, get it up now. The sooner the better. Gets you in the spirit. Do you know, I was talking to somebody last night and she's got all her decorations up and that. And there's something about when your house is full of Christmas decorations, it's a lot more homely. It's a lot more warmer. It's a really nice feeling about a house that's got its decorations up. No, cancel her birthday. Cancel it till after Christmas. She's not having a birthday. It's cancelled until Christmas. Don't you start, Lou. I'll drag it out, Warren. If you put it up, it takes 2 days to do. It will take me 2 days to get there, Hannah. So, no, that's not happening. Where is my tree? Unfortunately, it's just outside the door, but because it's dark, you can't see it, David. Yeah, sorry, I haven't put the lights on it yet. So you can't, I'm getting in the spirit already. Yeah, there's something really nice and warmy and all right, that's the deal then. Mine will be up tomorrow. Am I streaming tomorrow? Mine will be up till tomorrow. So we'll see now. Then you've all seen Hannah say that. Yeah, I'm on tomorrow. And you've all seen Hannah say that she will follow. You're going to regret saying that. Don't eat the decorations. You might get tinselitis. Oh dear, oh dear. I'd have to stream putting the tree up. It's not good enough. You'll have to stay up until you've finished it. Emily, tell her to get off here and put the decorations up. No decks until the cokehead's been on the TV. I'm surprised it hasn't been on already, Scott. Didn't somebody say the M&S one was on today? Somebody said something about a Christmas advert earlier. That's all right, I've just seen it. I'm being serious. I'll send you a pic of the bad boy. No Christmas tree takes 2 days to put up. That's just you being lazy and stopping every 10 minutes for another swig on the Baileys. No tree can possibly take 2 days to put up. It's typical, isn't it? A woman making a job last 2 or 3 days. A bloke would have it done in 2 hours. Christmas ads in the US already. It's right, somebody's just asked me a question about 50p, so I can't even remember, so I have to have a look. Well, it's not bad, really, is it? Oh, no, I'll answer you on the WhatsApp first. Oh, sorry. So 1, 2. Sorry, I just seeing I'm only I needed 3, 4. Lou, are you still watching? Or are you just texting now? Yeah, how on earth does that take 2 days? I'm not having it. That's not a 2-day job. That's a 2-hour job tops. Isn't it? There's no way that's a 2-day job. 2 hours at the most. Well, you need to get a bigger living room then. That's never a 2-day job. Right, Lou. We were talking about Wallace and Gromit earlier, weren't we? And I said I was going to take him out of the packaging. I'm going to do it now. Oh, there's also a question I've got for you as well, for everybody. Has anybody else got the Aladdin set? Not the Aladdin set. Is it Aladdin? No, the Peter Pan set. No, not Panto, Peter Pan. I'm not going to show you what it looks like, Lou. I'm just having a look myself. That's all right, that. Okay, has anybody noticed any bubbling on their Peter Pan set? But yeah, I will show you, Lou. If I can get it to not right. We need. Now I'm getting abuse on WhatsApp. Right, let me get one of them out. I didn't mean take the coin out. I wanted to take the coin out. It's going in my folder. No, I wanted to take it out. It's going to go in here. Right, I think it was this one that he's talking about, but apparently it's happening on all of them. On the top of them, it's kind of bubbling on there, and looks like it's peeling away almost. It's not on mine. Mine are fine. But on the one that they were talking about, it's really, really obvious that it's sort of bubbling. But that was in. They bought it from Westminster, so it's coming. You know, it's its own proper display thing, and it's been left in there. And I'm sure it was this one that he said is bubbling all around the top. Yeah, it looks like all of the corners are bubbling. Yes, I wanted to take it out, Lou. It's going in the folder. Yeah, I haven't seen anything wrong with it. So I haven't really looked at them all properly. But there's nothing wrong with them. I don't know whether it was just the one coin that he said. If you're putting it in your album, can I have the rocket? You want the rocket? You're more than welcome to the rocket. Okay, somebody's trying to ring me. I've got no idea who this is. Hello? That's shouting at me. Yeah, you can have that. Yeah, I think it was a cardboard display thing that they've got it in. But I ordered mine off eBay, and they just come 5 loose coins. So there was no display case for them to be in. But yeah, the one John showed us last night, I bet I've deleted that picture as well now, because it automatically saves to my phone. But I bet that's been deleted. Yeah, I've deleted that one as well. Oh dear, mate. Yeah. So I have no idea. But he was saying that because it wasn't John Gamble, it was a friend of his. Find what and send it. Yeah, I have to on my phone because there's just so many messages. I didn't even realise that photographs automatically saved. Oh right, okay, the picture of the coin. So every time you get a picture or something in WhatsApp, it saves it to your phone as well. And I didn't know that. And it was telling me that I haven't got enough room for anything on there. So I went through and deleted loads last night. Yeah, I can't remember what sort of pack. No, he didn't show us it in the packaging. But he said they got it from Westminster. End of August, beginning of September. And it did look really rough. If you just wanted a coin for your album, why didn't you just buy a change checker one? Oh, don't start on me, you. Go and put some decorations up. God, woman. Right, let's see how well we can see this picture. Now, if you see this in the top two corners, let's see if I can turn that down a bit more without making it disappear totally. You can see right in the top corner of that, it's almost bubbling there. And there is on one of the other sort of joins. And apparently it wasn't like this previously. It's something that's happened over time. Yes, silly. I just had to actually check to see whether it was in one of the bottom ones. Lou, I've done it to all of them. I don't want them in their packaging. I want them in my folder. And I bet you're going to tell me off now because my folder's it's not in any particular order. You're going to tell me that it needs to be in certain order. Oxidization. I don't know where I am here. Looks like a coating bubble. Domestic on air. Yeah, but I like the packaging, but I don't want to keep it in there. I just don't want to keep it in there. I like the packaging, but then I want to take it out and fill up the album. Is that wrong then? Thank you, Matt. You tell them, mate. Thank you. Right, so anybody that's interested in buying some coins at a knockoff price, if you contact Emily, I hear she's got a cracking selection of coins that she's currently selling at really reduced prices. I've just taken a snowman out of its packaging. Good on you, David. And I bet it felt good when you did it as well, didn't you? There's a couple that I am really fighting with myself about taking out of the packaging. I want to, but yeah, I think Emily might have a Kew Garden. I think she was only looking for about £1 for it earlier on. Don't do what? No, but she's selling yours, Lou, because you won't put the Christmas decorations up. Yeah, I don't know. See, there's a couple of others that I'm really tempted to take out of their packaging, but at the same time, so I really want to take the Wedgwood out. 2009 Q. Yeah, I'm sure she was going to do that for about £1. Emily's brilliant like that. See, Wedgwood is really, I don't know what to do with Wedgwood, see, because I really like it, but I want to take it out and put it in the album. Is that Emily you gave me the number for? Emily is Louise's girlfriend. She's not really selling coins. She says it to annoy Louise and put Louise in her place. But yeah, there's a couple of other ones that I'm really toying with the idea about taking them out, but I don't know. I bet she is. Scott got all excited. See, I've taken it out of its main cover. And I really want to put it in the album. And Louise is fuming. But this one's really toying with me hard. I don't know whether to take it out or not. Because I really do like it in its packaging. That's a long time since anybody said that to me, mate. I don't know what to say with that. So that one. Don't all start telling her to start doing it on me. Yeah, that's the one that I really don't know about. I just cannot decide on that. You can't all be telling her to do her black magic stuff on me. She will as well. See, but it's stupid because it doesn't matter what packaging it's in, because even the Jane Austen I've got in change checker packaging, and I don't want to take that one out of the change checker packaging. So it's really weird. The 50p's, I want all of them out. Good evening, Starbuck. But the £2 and that, I really don't know. Because they come in such nice packages. Whereas the rest are just, you know. Oh. Can't spell. So if we were saying hello to Jeff, so I know I'm all right for a minute, sending a message. Okay, Jeff, you've got a question for me. Fire away, mate. Emily is not selling any of Louise's coins. However, if you contact Emily directly, no, don't. Yeah, see, I don't know, David, because even like the Jane Austen, I just like it, even though it's a crappy change checker, I do like it in the packaging. Oh, Susie's still floating around. Go on now, have a good night. You too, mate, you enjoy yourself. Oh, I bet she's going absolutely mental. I've been called every name under the sun there tonight. And I bet Emily's just sitting back, enjoying it, laughing herself to madness. That's all right. I've got my glasses to put on. My glasses will save me. I don't even know where they are. So that's how bad I am with my glasses. Susie's not scared. No, nothing scares our Susie. I knew she would be. I knew she'd find it funny. Right, I've noticed that a few videos I've watched from the Greatest Coin Hunt, people are putting the coins into circulation through Coinstar. Why not a cashier at a store? Okay, two reasons for that, Jeff. Firstly is if you just go into a store and pay for it, you know, at the cashier, they put that coin in their till. A lot of cashiers will take that 50p out and pocket it themselves. And so that's not a fair way of putting it into circulation, doing it that way, by it going directly into a till. Earlier on in the year when we did the Peter Rabbit, they went out into any vending machine at all. Any vending machines that you found, you could put them in. But it was just 50p per machine on the Peter Rabbit. For the Gruffalo, Ian decided that it's better to put them all into one Coinstar machine so that you get the option when you put them into Coinstar, whether you print off a voucher for yourself or whether you donate it to charity. So it's another way of giving money to charity at the same time as putting the coins into circulation. The idea being then they just all go off to a big, you know, chain sorting depot or whatever, get sorted and then just go out into circulation. So it gives everybody a fair chance of finding them. And I'm not going to say names because I know a couple of people have done it, but that's the whole idea of when you've got your coins, that's the whole purpose of not showing where they're stamped. So nobody knows, apart from the volunteers and the staff at the office, exactly where that coin has been stamped. So obviously it would have been harder to replicate if people weren't showing where it had been stamped. Because Ian has said, you know, if somebody finds it and they want it verified, they can send it to him. They won't get a certificate for authenticity with it, but they will get a letter to say yes or nay, you know, it's one of our coins that you found. So yeah, and it's also the Peter Rabbit going into circulation took quite a long time. This one, it's guaranteed that within sort of 2 weeks, all of them will have gone into circulation, which then means we can move on to the next coin and do the next coin. So it just speeds up the whole process as well. But yeah, that's basically it. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Frankenstein might be next coin going in circulation. I think. Can anybody remember? Was it Frankenstein that Steve Fraser was unpacking? Can anybody remember? Remember on one of Steve Fraser's streams, he was sitting there unpacking a load of coins. Lou, you were there that day. Can you remember what coin it was? No, I think it was 50p actually that Steve was doing, wasn't it? Yeah, Hawkins. Yeah, it was Stephen Hawkins that he was unpacking. But yeah, I think it is a £2 that's going out next. So honestly, I don't know. Ian did say back along he would like to put Frankie out first. Yeah, I seem sure that I've heard Frankenstein said somewhere. Steve was Hawkins, but I recall Ian saying £2 next. Yeah, I'm sure that I have heard from somewhere Frankenstein next. Yeah, that would be a nice one to do. Yeah, that would be a good one to do. I'd look forward to that. Well, of course, you look forward to them all, but you know what I mean. Just a quick thing for any of the CJs that are on. Matt from Coins and More is putting together a little documentary, and he's looking for people to answer a few questions. Literally, he'll just send you a couple of questions, and you just record yourself answering the questions, then send the video back to him. If that's something that you're interested in, then just contact contact Matt in the CJ chat on WhatsApp and tell him it's something you'd like to do, because he's putting a nice little video together. And Matt's quite good with the editing, so I should imagine it'd be quite an interesting little documentary that he puts together. So that's good if anybody wants to do that. I've never heard £2, but not sure which one Ian said. Yeah, I don't know why Frankie really does seem to ring a bell with me. And 1872, Victoria Di Grazia Regina, Canada, 25 cents. And on 1885, 5 cents. Found in a change drawer. Wow. That's just mental. Absolutely mental. Right, I need to put the kettle on because I'm getting a really dry throat, dry mouth, and I need to have a cigarette at the same time. So as long as David Lister's not looking, because he'll be looking out my door for the Christmas tree. Oh. Right, we're back now. Right, where are we? Thank you for sharing. Where's that tree? It's just over there, Jeff, just to the left. No, that's the right, isn't it? Greeting fellow coins hunters. Good evening, coin snatcher. For digital drop. Right, so I want everybody's predictions. Chris, that is still on, I'm sure at some point. He reckons that we're going to be overtaking Change Checker by Christmas. They've got, was it 941 or 9.14? So we need about 9.5k subs. When do people think we can do that? I don't think it'll be Christmas. I think it's going to be middle of January. What's everybody else's thoughts? Or anybody else's? February? No, it'd be before then. No, get out. Easter, no chance. Be over 10k by Easter. I can't remember what the site was that they got the predictions for. There's a website that you can go on that gives you all the analytics and everything else, and I think it had said yeah. Quality subs only, no riffraff. I think it said it over 8,000 in the next 2 months. But I think That was done on last month's sub count. This month, I believe it's going quicker than it did last month. Because obviously we're streaming a lot longer now. But I think it'll be, I reckon, mid-January. I wouldn't be surprised if we've got court change checker by the time we all go down to the mint. I think we'll have done it by then. 10:07 on the 24th of December. No, of course not. Yeah, maybe it was 4.9 yesterday and 4.11 today. Yeah, we're definitely picking up. So, but that's dropped back down though, Hannah. So that will now go. I wouldn't be surprised if the next one goes to about 4.2, because we've noticed it's not an accurate count when you get into the thousands. It drops down a little bit before it goes back up, if that makes any sense. Because I think the screenshot that I sent everybody this morning, don't start abusing me. The witch is abusing me on WhatsApp. I'm sure the picture that I sent this morning, we were on 4.13. Yeah. See, this is the picture I've sent this morning, and it was 4.13, if it's going to focus. It's not going to, is it? But that was first thing this morning. What time did I send that? I say first thing, 20 past 11 this morning. And if you're saying it's now dropped back down to 411, that's generally what it does before it goes back up. Yeah, ask any question you want, Scott. Fire away. Hate rain, can hardly get any reception. Yeah, it's chucking it down here. Where are my decks? My decoration's going to be up by the next time I stream, Scott, which is some point tomorrow, I think. But they're going to be up by tomorrow, because Hannah said once mine are up, then hers will go up. So mine will go up tomorrow. You shouldn't do these sort of things with me, Warren. You need a voodoo doll of Louise. Do you know, I was showing somebody stuff that I've got on my desk the other day, right? And they found it really, really hysterical with the things that I've got on my desk. I haven't got any voodoo dolls, Chris, but I've got a lot of silly little things on here. So I've got a silly little dog. He keeps me company. And I've got one of them. Don't all be saying that Louise sent that to me. A toy car in the background. On the floor. That's Sky TV remote. Yeah. Yeah, Hannah got it. Sky TV remote. Then I've got one of them. I don't know why, because I'm not into Star Wars at all, but somebody decided to give me that. And it means absolutely nothing to me. I've got no idea who it is or what Star Wars it's from or anything like that. No idea. And I've got a silly little, don't know what it is really. I think it's meant to be some sort of dinosaur, I think. I like this one. What's wrong with that? They all keep me company when I'm here. Then I've got that. I don't know, again, apparently it's a Pokemon. I don't know why it's got a pouch there. But again, I've got no idea which one. So yeah, I have all weird little things on here to keep me company. Obviously, I always have my fidget spinner. Good evening, Judith. I don't think it's weird stuff that I've got on here. And I've got a snooker ball. What's Porg? Oh, that Star Wars thing. Do you want that, Lorna? If you want that, Lorna, I'll send it to you. Yeah, no problem. I'll send it to you. It's not. It's all stuff that I get from when I go. The snooker ball's not as weird as it sounds. Because if you actually turn it round, get it up the right way. It's got Jimmy White's signature on it. No, you sent me Frankie, Lorna, so I'll happily send that to you. So I'll happily send that to you. Yeah, that name rings a bell, Hannah. Yeah, I met not yet, Chris, but the night is young, mate. Anything could happen between now and tomorrow. Met him and Ronnie. There's a snooker club about 5 minutes away from me, and they have exhibitions on up there. And Jimmy White was doing an exhibition up there with, oh God, what was her name? Michaela Tab. Used to be the referee. Yeah, and he was doing it, and he was a really nice guy actually. Yeah, really good fun. But no, I get all of them from. I'm not far from Hastings. I'm not far from Hastings, and I go down there quite a bit. God, now Hannah's sending me weird WhatsApps. What's this one? And that's where I get them from, all the little 2p machines and. So is that exactly the same one? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So no, that's not a problem, Lorna, honestly. You sent me Frankie, so I'll happily send that to you. So it means nothing to me. I don't even know why I've got it. Somebody sent it to me. So yeah. Mine was at a place called Hot Shots in Croydon before Ronnie O'Sullivan was famous and just starting out. That's that just a few years ago then, wasn't it? And I have up on the wall, I've got Alex Higgins and Jimmy White photograph with Jimmy's signature on it. Just a smaller scale version before my son bombards me with Pokemon. Let's change the subject. I'll show you something else in a second then, Hannah. Oh, can't spell right. Again, these all got given to me. And I don't know why, because it means nothing to me. Stack of Pokemon cards. It means absolutely nothing to me. I've got no idea what any of them are. So if anybody wants them, they can tell me. And they can have them. Yeah, that's all right, Steve. Send me your address then. You can have them, mate. No, I don't want them. Yeah, you can have them, Steve. Just send me your address, and I might get around to doing it tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to need to pop into town quickly. I can post that and what do you call it? The Porg. Yeah, I can post that and the Porg at the same time. So yeah, not a problem. Yes, so that's what fills up my desk, and I like it. You have a good. I was going to say good evening. It's probably not for you now, is it? You have a good day or whenever it is as well, Jeff. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Good to see you. From the first edition, I gather, Celia. Yeah, I've seen. So I've got somebody in a bit of a state messaging me on Facebook. I was swap for a key, but you're the only one with two. Have a great day. I hope you get a George up, brother. Oh, 11:21 a.m. Christ. What are we? 7:21. And what am I here till 9? Oh, it's going to drag tonight, isn't it? Yeah, so I go down to Hastings a lot, and that's where I get them. I went all in, like the penny arcades and all that sort of things. I had to go to a game and get the new Pokemon game today for my son. He's only had it on pre-order since April. They go for a lot of money on the old Pokemon games on the DS and that. They go for a lot of money. Yeah, I saw Pinky's one the other night when he was showing it. Yeah, I've got that, Steve. So I'll do that tomorrow for you. Not a problem. Not a problem. you had me trouble in the net last year. Head was battered. Yeah, I know they go for a lot of money. Some of them can go sort of 30, 40, 50 quid, some of them second hand. Oh, saw a Pokemon go for 69 quid for the deer. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all, that. I thought Game had gone into liquidation. I know the one here shut down, because I used to be in there at midnight to get the new FIFA games, but yeah, that's shut down. Some of them are worth a lot of money, yeah. Some of them go for stupid money. I've got somebody on YouTube that collects a lot of the old cards, you know, and they're all like you do with your coins in America. They all get them graded and that. And some of the graded cards can go for crazy amounts of money. I have a DS3, I get second hand. Literally the only games I buy new are for the Xbox, and generally it'll only be FIFA, be the only one that I buy new. And I don't even bother buying the actual discs anymore. I just buy the download version, because then my brother can play it at his place as well. He just logs in on his account at his address and plays it as well. So it saves him having to buy it. Good evening, Angela. How are you today? Just popped in for a while. It's a good place to pop in and have a chat. What are we talking about at the moment? We're talking about computer games and Pokemon cards. I'm really good, thank you, Angela. I'm pleased to tell you that the Angela's Christmas raffle is going extremely well. I don't know why it done that, because I clicked on it then and it disappeared. Yeah, it's selling extremely well. I will, while we're on that, pop up the raffle links for it. Pinky put his on auction for the highest bidder. Yeah, I did see that. I say it just means nothing whatsoever ever to me. I wouldn't know if you were showing me a card that was worth a couple of £100 or a card that was worth 20 pence. I wouldn't know the difference. Good evening, Oceans, or Jack even, should I say. Good to see you as well. I think also, I maybe shouldn't be telling you, but I think, Angela, you might even be getting a special mention in the next update. What you call them? Oh, the update emails that are done. I think you'll be getting a mention on there about the Christmas raffle as well. I thought I'd give you a pre-warning this time. Newsletters, that's the one. If I give you pre-warning, you might not cry when you see it this time. No, you can't, because I've still got another hour and a half. Sorry. Right, where were we? Yeah, newsletter. So it should be on there. You're going to probably still cry. Flaming trolls. Have we had some trolls in tonight? I know there was one around earlier. Either will do. Okie doke. I hope there's some left for you, Oceans. I bought 4 on mine. If there's none left by the 25th, I'll let you have 2 of them. Anyone won the 4K price yet? Not yet. Okay, so I'll update you on that. Financial Services Authority. What do you know about that, Coin Snatcher? Sorry, the 4K. How do you know about that? That's all right. Or were you here when I said about it earlier? Oh, Lorna told you. Sorry, the 4K giveaway. Right, originally, no. Originally, Ian was going to be recording a special video over this weekend, giving it away on that video. Ian's had some bad news today with regards to his dad. His dad's incredibly ill, and they don't think that he's going to last. So obviously, Ian's had to take an even further back seat than what he's doing at the moment. So for obvious reasons, Ian's just not going to get around to doing it. So he asked me to pick somebody who would be able to do it on camera. And I don't know of anybody that would be able to do it. We tried to get Steve Fraser to do it last time. And it crashed the whole of Steve's system. So I've said that I will do it some point over the weekend. I haven't decided when yet, so I can't even tell you when. But at some point over this weekend, I will do that. So I will draw it on my tablet while I'm on camera, so you'll get to see it. So yeah, that's how I do it. I haven't seen it yet, Jack, because he was uploading it while I was coming on here. But yeah, it's it's unfortunate. His dad's been ill for quite some time, but always managed to fight through. But today was the first time that Ian's actually had a phone call saying you need to get here now. So obviously it doesn't sound too great. So he's just going to take a further back seat, for the next week or two, until we know something, a bit more. So obviously, it should go without saying. Please, I know everybody's going to be wanting to text in their best wishes and their love and all of that, but he's asked, please, can you not message him? He's just not going to have the time to answer people. He's not going to have the time to respond to people. And obviously he wants to keep his phone free. So, please don't message Ian. So if you've got any questions, you can just contact me or contact John at the office. And we'll try and sort it out. But please, just respect Ian's wishes and try your best not to contact him. I know it's difficult because everybody does want to help. Let's see if that was police or ambulance. I'm still in contact with him. Every other day or something, I speak to him on the phone. And I'm passing on everybody's love and that to him. Anyway, so if you've got any messages to say, just message them to me, and I'll pass them on to Ian. Yeah. It doesn't sound good, you know, I must admit. So all we can do for that is all we can do for that is just keep on doing what we've been doing, you know, keep on growing the site, keep on, you know, doing everything that you've been doing, so that when Ian does come back, he's got something to be incredibly well. I was going to say, I'll read you the message that Ian put out into the CJ chat. Let me find it. Yeah. Okay. I have to back out of work even further for a week or two. My dad is dying and I need to get up there to say goodbye. His health and functions are deteriorating rapidly, and I don't know if I have days or weeks. So it's one of those kinds of goodbyes. To know we have taken over the mint and a chasing change checker will really make his day, so thank you all. To find out before he goes that his son is actually overtaking the Royal Mint will make him so happy. He was the first to believe in me and invest in me or us. He even helped me and John sorting coins in the beginning. He won't know or understand what you all do for his son. He just about gets his head around the fact that his son has good people around him, which is enough for him. If he could understand, he would want me to thank you from the bottom of his heart. So please forgive me if I take ages to respond to messages. Thank you so much. And then kisses from Ian. So yeah. That's funny, Chris. I swear, honestly, I had no idea what was in there. Honestly. Yeah, keep this going for Ian. Exactly. Maybe we can get a 5K for his return. That would be fantastic. He has said to me, because obviously his creative writing instructor was meant to be coming in as a CJ, you know, with Ian's guidance. There's two parts to that now. A, we don't know whether he actually wants to come back and do another, you know, stream. And secondly, Ian doesn't know if and when he's going to be able to stream himself. He has said that he's going to try and get on at some point over the weekend for a live stream. But obviously you'll understand if he doesn't, you know, to the point where he hasn't even given me a, you know, a time slot. He's just said if I'm available, and I've said, Ian, if you're available at the weekend, we'll fit you in, you know. Yeah, he can't even give us a, you know, an accurate time or date or anything. So yeah, unfortunately, it's just one of them things that we've got to, I suppose, try and do the best we can while it sorts itself out. It will be hard for him if he goes on live. Yeah, it will, because obviously, and I'm not telling you anything that he doesn't want you to know. You know, it's not a secret. So obviously, if he does go live, obviously there's going to be suddenly all this outpouring out of love and respects and everything for him. I think Ian will probably end up doing another blubbing video. He did toy with the idea of doing you a video this morning or lunchtime, explaining everything to you all. But he was really struggling to get, he was trying to contact all his family members. That's why he did the video for them. Yeah, so, you know, so he said to me, when you're on stream, can you mention it? So I mentioned it earlier on Steve Fraser's stream, and all the messages of support and that. I've been, you know, updating him and letting him know that people are there for him and thinking about him. And yeah, there's not really a lot more that can be said. We got to keep this going for him. Yeah, it's just so sad. And yes, his dad can be so proud of what he has achieved. so gracious. That would be hard. Yeah, it will. It will. I think he's incredibly fortunate, if I'm honest, that he's created this family that he has created, because it is a family like nothing else. And my God, if the worst does happen, then he knows that he's going to be surrounded by a lot of people that do genuinely care about him and want the best for him. So he's incredibly fortunate in that respect. I lost my dad about 10 years ago, and it's not a nice time at all. But yeah, so he's fortunate in that respect that he's got all you guys and all of that. But yeah, it's not something you wish on anybody. What other things can I tell you about then? Obviously, that's a bit not very nice. I lost your mother-in-law a few months ago. Yeah. So, I mean, the weird one, when I lost my dad, so it was about 10 or 12 years ago, and I hadn't been getting on with my dad for, 10 years previous to that. But the minute you get that phone call, I can remember getting the phone call saying that he was ill, and it still doesn't matter. You still drop everything and just rush back as quick as you can, and that was what I did. It's family, isn't it? Yeah, it's not nice. Sorry, these are all Facebook notifications that I'm getting. Yeah, so as I say again, just please, please try and respect Ian and just give him a bit of space. That's brilliant, Stevie. I was waiting for somebody to try and lift it. Could you tell us about the arm response at your window? I'll tell you what, mate, they'd be doing a cracking job, Stevie, because although officially on the ground floor, there's actually about a 20-foot drop from my balcony. So they'd be doing well if there's anybody at my window. Yeah, it's a bit weird, the way the apartments are built. So yeah, anybody that gets up there is doing well. Lost my dad April, made me who I am. My heart goes out to them. Yeah. They come in from the roof on the ropes at the SAS. Yeah, armed response are going to be coming through my window. Oh my God, you lot do crack me up. Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say then. Totally lost it. SAS could get up to your flat, no problem. Don't let them in. Do you know what? In all the time I've lived here, and what have I been here now? 4.5 years. I've never once locked that door. Never. Just never done it. Never do. I don't even know what is the key in there. Yeah, the key is in there. Spot on there, Judith. They'd get the wrong house anyway. Oh, that is brilliant. Let me know the postage or maybe a pint in January. No, don't be daft. Yeah, it's all good fun. I'll tell you a story about this block of flats. I haven't told you what did coin snatcher mean about FSA. Okay. Obviously, we've got no idea who it is. They don't tell you anything like that. It just freaks me a bit that they mentioned the FSA, because I spoke about it earlier, but I'm not sure if I actually mentioned the name. I'm sure somebody will tell me whether I did. Somebody's reported the Great British Coin Hunt to some sort of financial authority. I don't know, fair play. I don't know what it is. So yeah, so they've been out and they've looked into the business. They've looked at the website, everything else. And funny thing was that the only one thing that they picked up on were on the website, the investments. It's not mentioned on there. On the investment section of the website, it says that you'll get 50% return in 2 years. And that was the only thing they picked up on. Somewhere on there, you should be mentioning that an investment can also lose money as well. So whoever it was that had reported the Great British Coin Hunt, it was really a waste of time, because that's all they came back and said. And the investments are coming off the website certainly anyway. I think it was FSA, was it, that Coin Snatcher said? Financial Services Authority or something like that. I don't know. So Ian did tell me this morning. But obviously, as you can imagine, no such thing as an FCS. It's FCS, I don't know. Obviously, FCA. Obviously, as you can imagine, this is just, the last thing that Ian needed at this point, with everything else going on. Sorry, I'm just sending a message that's rather urgent. Oh. So that was the only thing that they came back with, was to say, that's all it is. Yeah, basically, got to say that investments can go up as well as going down. At least it was prior to that. But obviously, Ian had taken a back seat because he was getting too stressed and everything. And then, to have that land on his lap. And then the phone call about his dad, it really wasn't very good. Financial Conduct Authority. Yeah, maybe that was the one then. I can't remember. He did tell me this morning. But needless to say, he was less than happy about it. Hey Warren, just popped on. I'm waiting for a few updates to be done. Sorry, what have I missed about the TGBCH being reported for what? If it's easier for Lorna to message me. Not at all, John. Good. I'm glad you said that. You'll know, right? If I just message you, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say that. I'm glad you've said that. Basically, John, somebody has reported the Great British Coin Hunt to some sort of financial authority or whatever it is. They come, they did their inspection or whatever it is that they do. And the only thing that they found was on the investments page, we need to say that investments can go down as well as go up. That was the only thing that they found to be wrong anyway. But that's neither here nor there, it's the fact that somebody's done that again and, trying to cause trouble. And the silly thing is that the investments are about to be taken off the website anyway. Nothing to do with that. I said it a week or two ago, if you want to get in on the investments, do it soon because they're coming off the website. And that's purely because it's an extremely busy time of the year. So they just take him off at this time of year, and then they go back up around about February time. So it's nothing, whoever it is not going to get any joy by thinking, oh, look, they've taken them off the website. No, they were coming off already, mate. So you've actually not done anything really, other than cause somebody an extra bit of stress that they didn't need. So, yeah, not particularly nice. My dad taught me when I was young, don't let the grind you down from his army day. And that's it. That's the only way you can live life, Stevie. I used to let everything bother me. I used to analyse everything. I used to really care what people thought about me, even if I didn't even know them. Do you know what I mean? I used to worry about all of it. And it's no way to live your life because it just messes you up in the end. Trust me, I've been there. I've let it mess me up. And now the only people that matter to me are my family. As long as as long as they're all right and I'm doing all right by them, then that's great. It's not always easy. You still have your rough days, but this is not on at all. We can all have a good guess who would have the resources and the inclination to call the Investment Authority Association, but that's a different chapter. See, I disagree with that, John. I don't actually believe it is. I know what you're insinuating. I don't think it was. I think it's more likely somebody came on the stream the other morning and was really quite funny, sort of insinuating the Great British Coin Hunt were a fraudulent company and all this sort of thing, because they weren't a member of some, I don't know, coin association or something. When I then went and Googled this coin association, there was only about 20 members of it. So then, rather than just blocking the person, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. So I thought, no, we'll have a bit of fun here and we'll just play along with them. So I Googled coin seller in the UK, and I was just firing these questions at this guy. Well, how come this person's not a member? Are you saying that means they're fraudulent as well then? And these were massive companies that I was naming to him, the likes of Charts and things like that. And in the end, bless him, Silly just had enough of him in the end and Silly blocked him. And we've had a couple of people like that. And to be honest, it's expected, we had one come on earlier on in my stream, and it's, I think just to take it that extra level, it's not, but that's my opinion, I just think you're taking things a bit too far when you're going that way. We had all the thing with the fake Facebook accounts being set up. And that was, in my opinion, that was a personal attack on Ian, rather than the Great British Coin Hunt. The lengths some people go to, but it's not, you see it in everyday life. You've all seen about trolls, trolling celebrities on Twitter and all that kind of thing, It doesn't make it right, and I'm not for a minute trying to defend anybody that does things like that. But unfortunately, it does happen, and here, it's just how we deal with it, And again, I suppose, like I've said before, I mean, all the stuff that happened on Facebook, this was around about the time that Ian took the backstage from YouTube, and that was the main reason. He was being attacked terribly on Facebook by nothing that was, there's no other word for it than a troll. And the things they were doing, it was just bang out of order. And that was a personal attack. And if anybody would have seen that, you'll have understood why Ian took the back seat. I don't think anybody that saw that can blame him for doing that. You got two ways that you deal with it. You either stand up and fight it, or you back away from it. Unfortunately, Ian's been standing up and fighting against, everybody that's put in his way for too long, and he just felt this time his health was being affected by it, his relationship was being affected by it. So when you get into that sort of stage and it's messing with your life that much, the best thing to do is take a back seat, in my opinion. I would have done exactly the same as him. Unfortunately, it now seems that because he's taken that back seat and people can't get at him in that manner anymore, they try and other dirty tricks, I suppose you would call it. But yeah, let me just catch up. Exactly, let's see. It's got to be someone or some company that are either jealous or scared of TGBCH. Yes, Chris, Sarah, grapes from a jealous person. As Ian can ask for a full report of the complaints and should be able to find out who has reported him, as that type of complaint would not be anonymous. Unfortunately, the way that the technology goes nowadays, a lot of reports can be filed online. So all you need is an email address to file a complaint. You can easily, anybody knows how to go and create an email address. It takes you less than 5 minutes. As we've seen with the YouTube trolls, you ban somebody and 2 minutes later they're back under a different name. It takes no time at all. And then you've got all these, anonymous tip-off lines and all this kind of thing that you can leave anonymous tip-offs on. So unfortunately, I think it would be really difficult to find out who has made a complaint. I personally don't think they would tell you anyway. I'm sure they'd say it was something to do with data protection or something, and they're not allowed to share that sort of information unless it became a criminal matter, which I don't think there was anything criminally wrong there. Certainly morally there is, but I think if you were looking at legal action, it would have to be under a civil claim. I don't know. That's my opinion. Unless you could, the only way I think that you'd be able to do it under criminal law would be file for harassment. But then that again would be difficult because you wouldn't know who you're filing the harassment under. So I don't know. Everybody seems to be thinking about the same person. Also, especially on top of everything else that's going on with Ian's family, talk about hitting me while he's down. Obviously, we've said enough. Hornet's nest up, they will try anything. Jealousy, you're right there. Definitely, jealousy can create such horrible people. We have to right to know our accuser here in the US. Yeah, but as I say here, it's so easy to go and file a report anonymously or file it online. Personally, I think it's business tactics being employed by a larger company. What company or companies could it be? See, that sort of thing. Normally, I don't care too much when I come on here and I say some of the things I say about. There's two companies that everybody's thinking about, but I won't say that I believe they're behind it because I genuinely don't. I genuinely believe it is a disgruntled customer, maybe. I don't know. In all guess who would benefit by bringing Ian down, trying to ruin his business, try all dirty tricks to make him look like a dick. Or shame on them. No, this is it. Everybody's trying all the tricks that they can. And all it's doing is making the Great British Coin Hunt stronger. Yes, and we don't know if that person has any connection with the organisation, the syndicate. I wouldn't say it was a lone wolf because this takes time and effort, especially for how far. Yeah, possibly. So I don't know anything other than what Ian told me this morning. It takes financial clout to bring a case to FSA, FCA, or the Financial Ombudsman. I don't think Lighty reads much of this. To be honest with you, mate, it's all very new to me. I don't know how anything like this works. You know, I literally had the phone conversation with Ian this morning where he told me what had happened. So I just don't know how it works exactly, but to take it to that extra level to call the authorities and then for them to believe what they have been told, it's not just a case of picking the phone up and reporting it to be investigated. Okay. Do you know what? That these people, companies can try what they want. We are a strong community. It is someone bigger than us. And I suggest we read up on what happened between David and Goliath. Spot on. I love that, Angela. Can anybody mod for my family at 9 o'clock? Lorna will be on. Okay, Warren, listen. 1. My opinion is change checker. Reason being, everyone is voting in on their website and they're trying to stop anything going to him because it will kill them to hand in that reward. Yeah, I mean, on that respect, I totally agree with you, Stevie. I've said all along, as much as I've been pushing people to vote for Ian on there, I don't believe for a second they would ever give it to him. Even if he had 90% of the votes on there, I don't think that they would. But yeah, it would certainly, and maybe, you know, maybe this is something that we've sort of pushed a little bit too much, maybe. You know, maybe we shouldn't have really pushed it as much as we did, because, I don't know. But no, it can't be, because this is something that was obviously been done, you know, I don't know, a month or 6 weeks or whatever, how long ever it takes for an investigation to take place. I don't know. Silly, that's my point. Anonymous may cause an investigation, but at point of a criminal case, there's no more anonymous. Yeah. James and Rebecca are doing a 50p hunt, and it's mum and dad doing a 10p hunt. My family, Lorna will mod for you. It's dangerous. Yeah, it is a bit dangerous naming names. Brilliant, Lorna, thank you. I have a spare P. I just had one. What do you want to trade? It's fine, just send it to your pop box. Yeah, again, you'll know if you're texting me. And again, I totally agree with you on that. One of us would have said something anyway to vote in. Yeah, probably. For a financial ombudsman would only investigate on a high level with an exacting evidence presented to them. Anonymous tip-off lines only go so far and would not get a response like this to have a visit. Data protection is fine, but under the Freedom of Information Act request, any information held by authorities, they have to respond within 30 days and give you the details of what is held. I've got to go. My thoughts and prayers are with Ian and his dad, and God bless everyone to do with TGBSTH. See you all later. See you very, very soon. Hopefully, what do we call you now? Christmas Tree Angela. Hope we'll see you again soon. I mean, my only, okay, and you as well, Judith. See you again soon as well. You know, my only argument on that was, and again, I'm just sort of surmising here. I don't know how it works or anything like that, you know. But let's say, for argument's sake, I've got a grievance with Ian, okay? For whatever reason, me and Ian have fallen out. I'm quite a nasty, vindictive person. I'm not. I'm just, you know, imagining this for a second. So I want to cause him as much disruption as possible. So let's say that there is some form of an online complaint that I can fill out anonymously, and email or whatever it is, fill out a contact form or whatever, and send that in to them. Well, I am not the most tech savvy person in the world, okay? But I know how to go on and hide my IP address. I also know how to log on and have my IP address pinging all around the world in 5 different, countries. Every 5 minutes it will change countries. So it's impossible to be traced, okay? So what would then stop me in creating 10 different email accounts? And over the period, I wouldn't do it all in one hit because that's a bit too suspicious. But in the space of 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, every other day you just fill out this contact form making a complaint. I understand that one complaint wouldn't or shouldn't bring it to an investigation level that it obviously has. But I'm assuming they must have some sort of threshold that if they're getting X, Y, Z amount of complaints about the same company, then I would imagine surely they would have to investigate that way. I don't know. I say it's, it's all it's you guys know as much as I do now. All I will say is if it's anybody that's watching now, crack on, mate, because all you're doing is making yourself look foolish and you're making the Great British Coin Hunt a bloody sight stronger from it. And yeah, you can tell me off there, Chris, I did swear that time. But that's all it's achieving. You're making the community a lot stronger because you've seen the response tonight. Everybody will turn around and back Ian. And back the Great British Coin Hunt. And there's nothing underhand happening. It was investigated, and there was nothing to answer other than the investments can go down as well as up. But as Chris pointed out, this is slightly different because this is guaranteed investments. So yeah, crack on is what I say. But do us a favour, you know what I mean? You targeted Ian before because he was on all the time, I guess, and well, I'm on all the time now, so come and target me because I can take it. Anything you want to throw at me, I'll take it. Trust me, I've taken an awful lot worse. So give Ian a break and try it on somebody else because it ain't going to work on any of us. And today has proven that, For me, it's quite, I feel, I think it's quite funny that it's all come out today. Basically, Dorset, we don't know who, somebody reported Ian to some sort of financial authority or something. We don't know who it was. Obviously, somebody with some sort of a grudge. They had a look at the company, and the only thing they could find that remotely wrong was on the investments page. It should be stated on there that investments can go down as well as up. But that's not the point, it's just the point that somebody's gone to that effort of reporting it. But I just find it quite funny that this has come out today, on the day that we've actually overtaken the Royal Mint, which, it's a hell of an achievement in itself. I've said that all along, just a minor report. Yeah. I think it's quite prominent that it's come out on today. Because to me, that just shows everybody the strength of the Great British Coin Hunt. And it is showing no sign of slowing down, So yeah, I think it's quite funny almost that it's come out today. I just wish they'd rather pick on somebody else, give Ian a break, and let him, let somebody else have a bit of it for a time. Some jealous person trying to start. That's all it is. That's genuinely all I believe it is. or somebody that's, do you know what wouldn't surprise me? Okay, it would not surprise me in the least bit if it is somebody who has been caught out with the multiple accounts, because that's something that's been featured quite a bit over the last few weeks. Quite a few multiple accounts are being found, and as has been said already, if you come forward and own up to having a multiple account, you know, I'm not saying you're going to get away with it, but things will be dealt with in a more favourable way. And the example being that somebody was discovered, I think, with 2 or 3 accounts. John found them out, got in contact with them, because it's John who deals with it. So it's even above Ian's head. Ian's got no authority when it comes to what action John takes. So John got in touch with the person, and the person responded to John, "Oh, I'm really sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you your coins back." And John said, "No, you won't. You'll pay for every single one of them. You're not just giving the coins back and getting away with it. Now you're going to pay for everything." So it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if it was something along those lines. Somebody's been caught out and feels that they've been picked on or singled out or whatever. So it's their way of trying to get back. You know, that wouldn't surprise me if it was somebody like that at all. So yeah, that's basically what you missed, Gordon. Marie, good evening again. Good to see you. Right, Warren, I'm going to jump off, do some work on you know what. Any problems, give me a call. My phone is on. Love and respect you all. I'll see you all on the flip side. I would love to call you John, but when I come off here at 9 o'clock, that's me finished. My phone will go on to silent, and I shall be having another nice large rum. Yeah, popcorn together. This band of brothers are really strong. It is. It really is. Marie, Jack thinks it might be the same. Yeah, something I said. No, it's nothing you've said. Together we stand. Indeed. John Silly. There's 4,000 of us to one of them. No contest. It doesn't even matter though, Jack. You know, there's 4,000 at the Royal Mint, and we've just knocked them off their perch. There's 8,000 or 9,000 at Change Checker, and I predict that by middle of January we'll have taken over them as well. So it doesn't matter how big the army is. This one's bigger and stronger as well. Yeah, I know, John. I was only having a laugh and a drink, mate. What rum do I drink? I've got 2 on the go at the moment. I've got a Ron Zacapa. I don't know what the other one is actually. I only bought it a couple of days ago. That's the other one I've got on the go at the moment. Yeah, that's quite a nice one. It's got oh god, what you call the stuff? I can't remember now. There's no point in you looking on there. My eyes ain't going to read that tonight. Oh, cinnamon. That's it. I like cinnamon. Yeah. So I should be having a couple of those tonight. Where are we? Yeah, no offense, John. I'm just going to chill out once I come off here. Probably watch a couple of the other streamers. Yeah, just chill out. Rum, can I come to your house? I'm going to need it because tomorrow I'm fighting a grievance in work. Police are. Yeah, they certainly are. My cupboard's filling up nicely. There's a oh God, what's his name? Jim Beam in there as well. There's a full bottle of vodka in there as well. So yeah, my cupboard's doing quite well. This is not a paid promotion. Marie, don't go there. There's a ragey from the roof. Yeah, I'm sorry. The police are going to be coming through my door in a minute, Marie. Maybe it's the rum that they're after. Off now to have a sing-song. See you later. See you later, Scott. Good to see you and your lovely partner, future CJ. Maria, girl after my own heart. Loved me rum. You had Kraken? I certainly have. I love Kraken. Very nice drink, Kraken. John, that's okay, Warren. I didn't take offence to. I took the whole bloody gate anyway. Time to go. If that was anybody else, John, I might have fallen for that one. Love me, Jim Beam. Yeah, I'd much rather Jim Beam to JD any day. Yeah, it's got to have a bit of cinnamon in the rum, silly. It's nice. It's nice. That gives you a nice kick. No, I haven't done anything. Apparently, they're coming through my door to find the stash. But I haven't got a stash. I've sent all my white powder up to Louise a couple of weeks ago. I've only got half a bottle of JD's honey. See, that's what upset me with JD, Gordon. I used to drink JD all the time. And then when they started messing around with it and honey flavour and all these other flavours, that's when, no, you've got a really good brand there and you've just ruined it. You can wear a shades and be undercover. I don't even know where my glasses are tonight. Oh, there they are. My shades, I've got them, but I don't know where my glasses are. Rip it out of the packaging. I've got one thumbs down. Was it John Gamble? Very possibly. I'll have a go at him when I see it. Is that how she gets the broomstick to fly? White powder. Do you know, it's a funny story, okay? I had an envelope with about 400 stamps in them that was sent to me. Well, I don't collect stamps. And I didn't know what was in the envelope. So I've just ripped it open here on camera, chucked them on the desk. I saw it was, I'd only put about a quarter of them on my desk. Saw what it was, and I just shoved them back in the packet. And then Lou Pollard said to me, "Oh, I collect stamps. Can you send them to me?" So I said, "Yeah, not a problem." Sent them to Louise, and she got Emily to go through them. And Emily tipped them all out on the big table, and there was all this white powder in there. But apparently it was talcum powder. But obviously we had quite a giggle of all this white powder falling out. Marie, there really is. The SAF are after Warren's later sets. Or John likes his rum. He's going to wear his shades to be undercover. Bottle of honey, Gordon. No popcorn king. It was not me. I love Warren too much to do that to him, bless you. Do you know, I'm really not vain enough to even care about who gives me thumbs down. That just don't bother me at all. I actually find it quite amusing when people give you a thumbs down, because they've come onto the stream. They've obviously decided they don't like you, and rather than just disappear, they go to the time and effort of hitting a thumbs down. So, yeah, thanks for that. I don't mind that at all. Crack on. You go onto my videos, you'll have my email address. You can send me some abuse on there. It don't bother me at all. True enough, Marie, but the SAFs are a clever bunch. Yeah. But who was it that said, Judith said earlier, knowing them, they're going to probably go through the wrong window, so I'll be safe anyway. Need to go to Cornwall to get my gin. I'm not a huge. I don't mind the odd gin, but I'm not a huge fan on it. You should have bought 2 Wedgwoods. I think I'm probably going to buy another one just so I can take one out and put it in the folder. But yeah, Warren playing matchmaker Luger handball. Just don't tell her, silly. Oh, it keeps moisture away from the stamps. Okay, there you go. Learned something new there then. I had no idea that's why there was talcum powder in there. But obviously it was a heck of a shock to them when they just tipped it out and all this white powder fell out as well. Pink gin is nice also as well. So it's just not a big gin drinker. I find gin quite a depressive drink. Just gave you a thumbs up. Thank you very much. I was going to give you a thumbs down, but hit the wrong one. I need chocolate. Yeah, I've been tempted about that tonight. Now we're talking. I might do a gin and coins video. There's a good idea for you, isn't it? Nice, something different there you can do. A gin and coins video. I bet that's not been done before. Honey gin. It's going to be a party at Warren's. Everybody's welcome at mine anytime at all. I always say that. Nobody turns up, so me and my little collection of teddy bears will sit here tonight and we'll enjoy my rum. And my little pony will come hopping along the screen. So we'll be enjoying it at ourselves tonight. So yeah, we'll be good. Your secret's safe with me. Yeah, it's not you that I'm worried about, silly, but I guarantee there's somebody that will tell her. Although I haven't said that, I think you might have been the only one that actually noticed it. Gin is the mother's ruin. Yeah. I'll give you a thumbs down till Christmas if you don't share the rum. Are you coming to the Mint in January, Marie? I'm on the bus. What's your address? Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look. Because you just sent me your address. Oh my God, where the hell's that? Never even heard of that before. It's going to take you a good few hours then on the bus. No, I'm working, not allowed holidays till the end of January. Oh, that's a shame. Because I was going to take a bottle of rum with me to the Mint. Because I think we're planning on having a few parties in people's hotel rooms and maybe even doing a stream. So yeah, I was going to get another bottle of this rum Zacapa in. Because hardly anybody's had a taste of that. So I was tying them weird. Oh my God. Okay, I went to, you'll know where I'm talking about, I would imagine. I went to, oh God, what was the name of the place? Oh, it's right there. I want to say Sheldon, but it's no Shildon. I went to Shildon a couple of years ago. That took me about 6.5 hours on the coach. Yeah, Shildon, yeah. Yeah, about 6.5 hours, something like that on a coach. Yeah. I think it was a bit better coming back. I got back here at midnight. Yeah, in the cup. And we started drinking at 5:30 in the morning when the clubhouse opened up to get us on the coach. Right, where are we? My God, I thought you was going to say do a strip. No, there won't be any stripping, but we are considering doing a stream from when we're down there. Obviously, it won't be in the Mint because they don't allow filming in a lot of the places. Don't know what the pub would be like about its filming in there, but certainly when we get back to the hotel, I can't see people having that much sleep, if I'm honest. I think there's going to be parties going on all night. So yeah, it should be good fun. Are you still having a tattoo? That is the plan. To my knowledge, Steve Fraser's planning on, sounds like rather a largish one. I haven't actually decided what I want yet, but yeah, probably some sort of phrase or something on the forearm, but I haven't decided what yet. You know, some sort, I don't know, some sort of meaningful phrase, but I need to look into that a bit more. Footy in the cup, yeah. Stream, not strip, 100%. There won't be no stripping from me, that's for sure. And me, Frankenstein rings a bell. Sorry, that's Quasimodo. Oh, God. Lou will be picking yours, so it'd be nice to wear that day. Tell you one tattoo. Do you know what? I would do that as well. I would definitely do that. So yeah, I think she's planning on giving a few people tattoos that weekend. So it'd be good fun. But I don't want anything too big because I don't do pain too well. So I'm either going to need to be intoxicated, or there won't be any cameras anywhere near that room. But yeah, it'd be good fun anyway. Looking forward to it, actually. I think I might book the hotel this weekend, book on the trip, the Mint trip. Yeah, should be good fun. I don't know who Steve Fraser was keeping count of how many people were going, and I don't know how many are now. I've totally lost track on how many. I think it was about 15 at the last count. I think Dean from my family and Honey Monster, I think they're both coming down. I'll bring the tissues. I'm honestly, to God, Gordon, I'm not joking. I don't do pain at all. To the point where if I'm having a needle done at the hospital or, you know, the doctors, if I watch it, I'll pass out. I'm not good with stuff like that. So yeah, it could be rather interesting. But we've said we'll do it now, so it's all good fun, isn't it? Nobody sees this body apart from me anyway, so it doesn't matter what gets tattooed on it. It's a shame. I'd like to go. I need to steal Steve's cherry gin and give him some handcuffs. I heard about all these handcuffs and that the other day. But there's going to be other times, Marie, you know. And to be honest, I didn't realise this was going to sort of take off so well as it had. It just started purely that I was always intending to go that weekend because it's my birthday on the 21st. Yes, so all of you that are going, just remember that. My birthday on the 21st, and then so I was treating myself, you know. So I was always going to be going anyway, and because of the distance it is for me, I intended to stay overnight as well. And then Disney Princess had said about it being her birthday, I think about 3 days afterwards. So she had said, oh, you know, if you're doing it as a treat for your birthday, you know, I might as well tag along as well. And I was like, yeah, all right, the more the merrier. And then sort of Steve Fraser and Ian and everybody else jumped on board. Yeah, we go that weekend as well. And so what started as a nice, quiet birthday treat has now turned out into a mass meet up of everybody. I think we need to think about these in the future, though. I don't think there's anything that the Mint would do, as you know, in regards of a group booking of 30 of you. Whether they'd give you a discount. But I know that Premier Inn do. Some of them give you discounts if you do group bookings. So maybe that's something that we look into in the future. You know, if there's X, Y, Z amount of us going, and we do a group booking, and we get it a lot cheaper, won't we? Maybe that's just something that we need to look out for in the future. Although Louise is talking for the next a bandit bash. Yeah. A bit like the Bulldog bash. I don't know if any of you know what that is, but yeah, something like that. That would be cool. Lou's talking about the next one being a trip to the Isle of Man. I think she said it was about £34 for the crossing over to the Isle of Man and back. So, you know, with all the coins they keep churning out, you know, they got some cracking coins over there. So maybe that would be another possibility. What area are you from, Warren? I am from the Garden of England. Nope, you've not heard of Bulldog Bash. Originally I'm from West Sussex, but I've also been... So I started off in West Sussex. From West Sussex I went to Wales. Where was that? Not Carmarthen, Lampeter. Stayed in Lampeter for a couple of years. Back to West Sussex, back to Wales, Penarth, just outside of Cardiff. From Penarth to Manchester, stayed there for a couple of years. From Manchester back to West Sussex, and then West Sussex, and where I am now, Kent. So that's where I am now, Kent. Where are we? So I've answered you there. Marie was asking about the furry cuffs. Anyone see the point of buying 50p coins that are not for circulation? Yes, I do. Why buy them? Value won't increase. They are simply token coins. Well, they're not, because you know they are worth 50p minimum. Yeah, I know you are, Jack. I see it on your address, Maidstone. You are, aren't you? Medway. Okay, Medway. So yeah, not far from me, really. An hour, maybe. Wallace and Gromit and Peter Rabbit. Why buy them? They are £5 a piece. Because people enjoy doing it as a hobby, Chris. You know. Why do people go into a pub and spend £5 on a pint of beer? All you're going to do with that is be in the toilet for the next half an hour with it all coming out the other end. You know, why do people spend £100 a day to go and watch a game of football? You know, there's so many things that you can get there, but you know, it's a hobby. It's what people enjoy doing. Yeah, I think you're certainly on the wrong channel if you think people are wasting their times buying packaged coins. Package £2. We got quite a few of these. Still haven't used that one. Too late now tonight. Yeah, quite a few of those. Where's the other one? Oh, I don't know. Frankie's around somewhere. He'll be protecting me tonight. But as an investment, they won't increase in value, or will they? Well, the argument on there would be look at the Peter Rabbits that were put into circulation by the Great British Coin Hunt. People were selling those on eBay for 20, 30 quid a pop. Just in the process of putting a load more Gruffalo into circulation. If you're on the YouTube and that. Yeah, I mean, you can't say that it's not going to increase in value. You just don't know. The value comes when a rare or scarce coin is introduced, like the new 2018 Beatrix Potters at 1.4 million. So you obviously know your stuff then, Chris. So you telling me you have never bought a packaged coin at all? You have never bought a packaged coin that is not intended for circulation? You have, but you wouldn't do it again. So why did you buy them? I mean, are you buying it as an investment? Yeah, I gathered that much. Because again, that is something that you've got to question yourself, isn't it? I can only speak for myself, not for the other people that are in here. Mintage of 15,000 for a silver proof is not low in my opinion. Again, I totally disagree with that. It totally depends on the design of the coin and how desirable people find that coin as an investment, but now realise those type of coins won't go up much. Again, this is what I'm saying, like Marie's just saying to you there, every person on this channel collects coins for a different reason, for fun, for future investment, or to make friends. I do it for a totally different reason. I do it purely for myself. It's helped me immensely cope with my mental health problems that I've got. I've created some really, really cracking friends through doing it. And I'll give you an example. I was looking to buy a 1971 proof set, year set, purely because it's the year I was born. I had no interest, didn't care how much it was going to cost me because it was my year of birth. I was going to go and buy it. Okay. As it turns out, I generally ask Louise when she's on, what sort of price should I be looking at paying? And both her and Chris come back and told me pretty much similar sort of price. And it turned out, actually, you got it for a couple of quid under what you would expect to pay for it. So yeah, so it's nice that you can get a bargain, but you know, I would have bought it if it had been 5-10 quid over what they told me, purely because I wanted it. I'm not buying them as an investment. I collect them because I enjoy them. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the whole. It's not even just the whole collecting. It's everything that comes with it. It's doing this. It's chatting to the people on here, interacting with the people on here. There's so much more that comes with collecting for me. But like I say, everybody is different. Yeah, obviously, when I'm not here, then I'll pass my coins on to a family member. If they decide they just want to go and cash them all in, then fine, go and cash them in. It makes absolutely no difference to me because I won't be here. So if they get, you know, a few quid out of it, then good on them. Just do me a favour and have a really good drink on me if you're going to cash them all in. I'll be well chuffed if they do that. It's along the same line really as Pokemon cards. Yeah, collect, look, and keep, and one day sell for a fast profit or an emergency fund. Yeah. It's also a challenge to collect them and bring them to like-minded people together. It's cool. Just wondered what your thoughts were on those type of coins. As I say, you know, I will buy them, as will many other people in this room, purely because they enjoy collecting. They want the full set. Yeah, you know. I'm sure if you sat here and told us what you spend your money on, I'm sure that we could pick holes in things that you're spending your money on. I think if you're looking to buy things for an investment, I would suggest that there are much better things out there to be buying than there are coins. Certainly, in my opinion, you know, for argument's sake, if I had 5 or 10k to invest, I certainly wouldn't be looking at putting it into coins. I would be putting it elsewhere. It's cool. Just wondered what your thoughts were on those type of coins. I buy as an investment now. It's becoming a family thing, and that is really important, actually, Chris. There are so many more families getting into it, and one of our viewers actually rang me this morning. She had a couple of questions she wanted to ask me about the website. So I went on there and explained how it all works and everything for her. And she, you know, got to talking to me, and she was saying, do you know what? She said, I've got absolutely no content on my YouTube channel, and I've never had any content on there. But I'm now thinking about doing some coin hunts with my grandson because it's such a nice thing to do. It brings the family together. You know, so there's so much more families getting into things now. Things that will increase in value, such as, don't know, he's not going to tell us. Chris, if you and all of us had not started collecting, we've not been fortunate enough to meet up on here whenever we want for a good old banter. Exactly that. And for so many people, especially for me, I can only talk about myself, and just in a matter of months, what it's done for me, this community and this family, it's just, you know, I can't speak highly enough of it, and it amazes me every single day, just how generous and just even there for each other, you know. Some people spend on coins, booze, cigs. Oh, that's me. Oh, come on, Marie, you've just got me showing you my bottles of rum. You all know that I smoke like a trooper. So I think I do the same as well. God, that the Ron Sacappas are, I think I paid about 68 quid for the bottle. So yeah, the 2018 potters will be 30 quid a pop in 6 months to a year. People were probably saying exactly the same about the 2016 Peter Rabbit. Look at it now. Gold bullion for an investment, coins as a hobby. I agree with collecting family. That's a great thing. So we can all help you drink, smoke, and count coins. I'll start with a Q. Oh, where is it? Marie, we've lost it. See, you shouldn't just say them things to me. I bet it's over there. I can't even be bothered to look for it tonight. Maybe it was the SAS that took it for when they came down earlier. I bet it was them, wasn't it? Come through my door when I wasn't watching. I mean, if anybody could predict what coins are going to be rising in value in the next couple of years, we wouldn't be here now, would we? We'd all be throwing our money at that now. You can't tell. It's all about supply and demand. And to prove that, you only have to go onto eBay and look at the variation in prices on eBay. Somebody might put a coin on there for a £5, other people have put exactly the same coin on there for 20 quid. And if that 20 quid coin is on there long enough, I guarantee you somebody will buy it. But, you know, each one of us puts into this family and each one of us go into friendship. Love you guys. Yeah, I mean, I just can't, you know, for me, that's probably the bigger thing. For me personally, is the community and the family here. You know, you only got to see when I was talking about Ian earlier on, the love that was coming out for him. And then when we were talking about the report that had been made, again, the support that was coming out for him, you know. So for me, it's, yeah, that's, you know, probably just as important for me. So Steve Fraser just uploaded a pants 50p hunt. Does that mean you were in your pants doing it, Steve? Because that's quite a scary thought. Just done another one and happily got a Jemima and an Olympic tennis. I can. The 2018 Potters will rise. You just said the 2018 Potters were going to go down. But it could have been the milk tray man, quick, Chevy, Bedford chocolate on the pillow. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Potters will go up too much. Personally, though, I go for the dark chocolate. Oh, definitely, Jake. 100% with you there. Dark chocolate all the way. Circulated will go up in value. Coin snatcher there. Only mintage of 1.4. They are the lowest other than the queue. Yes, they will. I guarantee that. So what about the Olympics then? You're saying that they're the lowest apart from the Kew Garden. You're obviously discounting the Olympics then. Most valuable Olympic 50p, 1 million odd worth of tenner. So you're discounting Olympics? Well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, 100% with you, Jax. 100% there. Well done, Steve. I just think it's really difficult, you know, if you're sitting there now and you're telling me that you can easily predict which coins are going to go up and down in value, yeah. You've just sat here and said that you can predict which coins will go up or down in value. So by that reckoning, you should be going out and buying every single one of those coins that you can possibly lay your hands on. Or are you not that confident to do that? The older commemorative 50p's will rise in value as the earlier ones are withdrawn from circulation. I'm buying as many 2018 Potters as I can. But you just told us that you wouldn't buy a packaged coin anymore. $29 coins, most valuable, offside, triathlon, wrestling, judo. None go for over 20 quid. And these are highly sought after, all of a lower mintage than 1.4. Yeah, Rock and Roller drinks Ron Sakapa. He certainly does. He got quite a few of us on his forum drinking it. Now and again, I'm quite active on his forum. Yeah, and he gets quite a few of us onto it. And I must admit, it is a nice drink. But it is just a little bit on the expensive side. and difficult to get as well. You know, it's not one that you can walk into the supermarket and just pick off the shelf. Package meaning bulk. Yes, I can get them for £4.50 or circulated from the shops. So where are you getting Royal Mint packaged coins at £4.50 a pop? Because that is cheaper than that price it should be. I don't know who that's just come from, actually. Who is that just... Whoever's just texted me, I do think you could be right, but I don't know who you are. It would be nice if you'd have told me who you were that's just texted me. So anyway, I'm only here for another 10 minutes. Then you have, who have we got coming up? My family collects. Oh, it was you, Chris. Cheers, mate. Sorry. Oh, that's my fault because I haven't put your name when I rang you the other day. I didn't put it in my phone. But yeah, I totally agree with you. But I will save it now. Sorry about that. It just confused me. So yes, so you got My Family coming on at 9, and I believe that they're also going to be live streaming onto Facebook at the same time. I don't know how they're going to do that, but apparently they're going to be doing that. And I believe Dean popped in earlier on and said that the kids were doing a 50p hunt first, and then it was Mum versus Dad. Then, what's that? That's till 11 o'clock. 11 till 12, you've got Matt from Coins and More, maybe Martha. He's on till midnight. And then I'm not too sure what's happening at midnight. I know it's Butch, but I don't know whether confrontational non-conformists will be on at any point either. They had some issue, a car hitting, I don't know if it hit the back of their house, but it took all the power out. So I don't know whether that's been sorted yet. So possibly non-con will be on, or possibly it will just be Butch. So that's your schedule for tonight. If you haven't done it already, go over and have a look at the 4,000 subs giveaway, because I am going to be drawing that at some point this weekend, and I haven't made any decision at all as to when that's going to be yet. So if you've not watched it, commented on it and everything else, you need to do that now, because I'm likely just to get to the point where I'll be sitting here tomorrow night or something and I'll go, do you know what, I'm going to do that now. So nobody's going to know exactly when it's done. So yeah, if you've not done that, then please do that. What else can I tell you about the raffles that are up at the moment? Obviously, we've got Angela's Christmas tree charity. Oh, Ian has changed the wording on it now. That's fantastic. So it's going to a charity in Blackpool, raising funds for them. Donna's Dream House, I believe it is. They help terminally ill children. So it's a fantastic cause. Yeah, I've bought my raffle tickets, but to be honest, it's not about winning. It's, you know, for me, I'd have happily chucked in the money in the pot anyway for a good cause charity that probably gets overlooked a lot for the other bigger ones. So yeah, it's really nice charity to do that. The way that works is we're asking the viewers to send in coins to Steve Fraser, Dragon Lord, who is going to keep hold of them. He's going to have a Christmas tree behind him, where he's already got it there now. Jack's website. I believe it is for what? For the jewellery or for the books? If you tell me which one, Global, I can let you know which one it's you need. Either. I believe the books are on. I'm sorry, the jewellery and everything is on Etsy, and I believe, I'm sure she'll tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's Ocean Gems Jack LeBreton. For the books, just go on to Amazon and just search Jack LeBreton on Amazon, and that will bring up all of her books available to buy on there. Where are we? She's on Twitter as well. Okay, I didn't know that, but excellent. Also on Twitter. So the raffle ticket, yeah. So you send your coins into Steve as donation for the raffle. He'll store them all, and he's filling up the tree behind him with little name tags, so you can see how many prizes, etc., are being donated. Doesn't matter if you've bought up 99 tickets. You can only win one prize. There is only 3 prizes to be won. So what have we got donated so far? We've been guaranteed 4 silver proofs. 2 of those come in a set of 1, which is great, because then it means that each individual winner will get 1 silver proof guaranteed each. So there we go. Search Jack LeBreton on there. Just Google my name, Jack LeBreton, and it will take you everywhere that I hang out. There we go. There's an even easier way. Yeah, so they're £5 a ticket. And as soon as that sells out, the plan was on Ian doing a a draw for the winners. But I think that may have to change depending as and when it does sell out. Please, if you're buying tickets on that one, if you're buying tickets on that one, then please only use cash, no vouchers or anything like that. Well done, Chris. A lot more patience than I would have had, if I'm honest. Yeah, I would have lost patience a lot sooner. Yeah, only cash only on that raffle, obviously, because it's for charity. There are now T-shirts available on the website as well, plain white at the moment with the Great British Coin Hunt logo, and underneath that Ian's Bandits, $12.95 each. You can have extra wording above the logo. So I know, for an example, both me and Steve are having YouTube names put on them. If you plan on having extra lettering on there, then when you get to the checkout, can you please pay by express delivery? That will cover the extra lettering on it. Okay, that's right. You can do multiple orders with extra lettering and just pay the extra fee just the once. Example being, I bought 2 and just paid these speedy delivery or whatever it was, express delivery just the once. what else is there? I think that is about it, isn't it? I think so. Your t-shirts won't be sent out express delivery. You're selecting that purely to cover the extra cost of the extra lettering of whatever you want added onto the shirt. There's no limit on the lettering. So really, it's not a bad deal. You're paying, I don't know what the extra is, $7.95 or something, and you can have unlimited wording on, multiple shirts. So I've bought two that I've had both extra wording on them. Allow 7 to 10 days for delivery on those, and keep an eye out. There will be extra colours coming up shortly. So just keep an eye on that as well. The only other raffle that's up there at the moment is that you can't use your points on. You can use points on the t-shirts. Points and vouchers you can use on their t-shirts. Raffles, the only one that you can't use on is the Christmas tree and the bag, full sealed bag of Peter Rabbit Paddington at St Paul's Cathedral. You can win £250 sealed bags of Paddington, £4.50 a ticket, and that is cash only again. I think that's 100 tickets, but like I've said, it's a cracking offer. 250 quid for £4.50. That's a worrying one. Right, does anybody know if my family are live at the moment, or are they ready to go live? Does anybody know if they are? As I can hear the bells ringing, so it must be 9 o'clock. So does anybody know if they're live? No, not yet. What's up with them? Come on. I've got to go and rescue a damsel in distress. Oh, okay. What have I been tagged in? Oh, that one. Yeah, there was definitely something dodgy with that one. I say I don't mind to begin with. I don't mind sort of entertaining it, but I thank Chris Spree. He messaged me and actually said to me, no, just leave it and ignore it. Because I would have probably carried on otherwise. So I keep forgetting that you can ban them on here. I keep forgetting that you can do that. Yeah, past 5 minutes. That's it. I think it was certainly the wrong place to be coming and saying, "Oh, you guys shouldn't be buying packaged coins." He was in the wrong place to be saying that. But hey, if it gave him his 5 minutes of enjoyment on a Friday night, then good luck to him. So don't bother me. He enjoyed himself for a couple of minutes. Or actually, did they mean that they are only streaming on Facebook tonight? No, because he asked Donna to mod for him, didn't he? Not Donna, Lorna. I wonder where they are then. It's unlike them to be late. Yeah, they're not live, are they? Definitely not. Let's have a look to see if they're live on Facebook. Because he rang me last night and asked if they could go live on Facebook, and obviously, of course you can. But I assumed he meant Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Maybe I was wrong. Let's have a look. No. Come on, Dean, where are you? Warren and Cody tag team. Oh, you're there now. Brilliant, mate. Okay, so if you all want to switch over to My Family Collects, they've just gone live now, or just about to. So I will see you tomorrow. Go over and watch them. They're more interesting than I am anyway. Thank you. Bye. And that.